Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is part 7 of the Eyes for the Blind scenario for Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu by Gaslight specifically, and we are running this as part of our Hudson and Brand campaign. So, when we left off, the four of you had traveled by train from Henley to Newbury. It's about 6:30 in the evening as you arrive in Newbury.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a little less than 2 hours of daylight left before the sun sets. But you're looking for a fun fair, and they always, or what do you call it? Yeah, whatever you want to call it. You're looking for
Fantabulous fantrablium.
for Wrench's famous Fandambulum of Fun.
It's exactly what I said.
And those things do tend to run late into the night. So, what do you want to do?
Well, whether it is obvious or not, Ruben has a sense of urgency to all this as he's getting ready to buy a ticket to the Yukon and kiss London goodbye if this doesn't get resolved. So he'd like to bypass the whole settling into a pub and hotel and go find this fantabulous fantrably.
The famous Fandambulum of Fun.
Exactly what I said.
Okay. Yeah, it would be a good idea if I actually open the scenario up. That'd be good.
I thought
That's
Ruben
input.
was a better linguist than that.
So you want to get a cab from the train station, basically, take you out there.
Make sure it's registered.
Right.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, not a nondescript, an open coach if at all possible.
Let's see here. Yep, no problem. You find a registered.
Now that's if it's okay with everybody else. I mean, that's just not
You get a
driving the
coach.
ship here.
You get a coach, yeah, because I think a cab would be too small for the four of you. What are you guys carrying with you? You don't have.
Just pair of shotguns, some revolvers.
No.
I have all my tools, of course.
There's a new thing out called a lamplighter's flamethrower, and Ruben secured one of those.
Okay, so you guys are unarmed. Got it.
Pistol in the pocket and sword cane.
Cool.
I'm unarmed, that's for sure.
Is a shotgun would be too much?
To just be walking around with it?
If you want to be arrested.
I mean, well,
I guess.
The gypsies would probably just fucking rob him. Take the shotgun.
That's funny. That's true. So I guess I don't have anything. So I'm. Yeah.
Okay.
My superior strength.
Okay.
You take like a hammer or a ratchet or some kind of tool with you.
Well, that would still be a bit odd, I think.
Well, you could conceal a hammer to some extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not like I know how to use it.
Oh well.
Well,
you're
as
an
a weapon. So you're saying I can use engineering for for fighting with a wrench?
No, it'd still be brawl, but
actually that is better than handgun. So base number is 5% higher. So
okay,
sure, I'll bring a wrench or a hammer or something.
Okay, and James.
Oh, he has his pistol.
Cool.
That he carries concealed. Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. So you get a cab, takes you just outside of the town to where the Fandambulum is set up. There are about 30 tents of varying size, arranged more or less along an irregular street, for lack of a better word. And there are about the same number of painted caravans standing beside or behind the tents. There are hundreds of people here. What can I tell you? Let's see here. So we've got, of course, the big banner, the Ferentz's famous Fandambulum of Fun. They have mechanical rides, gambling games, shies, which are the ones where you throw balls or stabs or whatever to knock objects down. Juggling, fortune telling. There's a dancing bear. Card games, tests of strength, food, drink.
On a
Most
side
people
note, real
here
quick.
seem to be having a really good time.
Side note, real quick. I was going through my notes. Nestor Ferenz of the famous Fantabulum of Fun. I have a name written right next to it, and I'm pretty sure it's a location. Dul Carnon.
No, the Dulcarnon was.
That was the book.
No.
The book, yes, not the book.
No, it was from your clue.
Yes, hold on.
What did he say? I gotta go all the way back to the beginning of the adventure to find it. Here we go. Mr. Ferenz means to raise the Dulcarnon with incalculable consequences.
Gotcha. With the Alvis Wormius, gotcha.
Yeah, the Olas Wormius. Which I believe you guys eventually figured out what that was.
Right.
In the last session.
Right. It was a translation of the Necromanicon.
Yeah. What else can I point out here? So as you're kind of like looking around the fair,
with our travels getting here and all the experiences that we have, have we discussed the elephant in the room as far as what we're going to do here? If this guy's some sort of
I would assume you probably have, yeah.
That's I was discussing with the guys there. There seems to be only like two things. We fell into this situation so we can negotiate our way out of it, and just we want no part of it. Carry on with your deeds, and we're going to move on, or kill him. Because if we don't kill him, then we're going to get killed by these freaking eyeless zombie deals. So what are y'all's thoughts?
How many people has he killed?
As far as friends of ours, loyal for sure. And then the initial guy on
they tried to kill Spencer.
Yeah, they tried to kill Spencer.
He's
they've
dead.
been
killing.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of him. We never could trust that he wouldn't come after us anyway.
So the point I'm trying to make is, do we just identify who he is and just murder him? Just no conversation whatsoever. Just put him away and then walk away, and hopefully that ends it. Or we try to negotiate and then kill him. Ruben's freaked out. I got to tell you. So he's ready to take some leeways that he would not normally take.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's kind of difficult to just murder somebody without them confessing to anything or having solid knowledge of their implication in it. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. But I don't know. Maybe we have to play it by ear.
Okay. Would you say, when you were discussing weapons a few minutes ago, and I didn't want to interrupt, would you say that it would be reasonable to assume that gentlemen, and then also gentlemen of adventure like ourselves, would at least carry derringers?
To a fun fair in Newbury? Probably not.
Just in general.
I mean, it's not illegal.
I meant just in general, and then with the heightened awareness and all that.
But no, like still, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure this is well before guns were outlawed or whatever in England, but it still would not be common for people just to walk around with them. You know what I mean? That said, though, like a concealed pistol, probably not so uncommon. You know, again though, because it's concealed, nobody knows. But definitely wouldn't walk around probably visibly advertising, "Hey, look, we got guns,"
Sure. Yeah. No, I was just saying it for the members who said they didn't have anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it would probably be, during the times of dueling and all that, people carried swords and they had no skill with it. I was just thinking that it might be more appropriate, not in metagaming, but in just common sense because of the situation we're in, that you should at least have a derringer, if nothing else, a small pistol, something tucked away for oh God, I'm gonna die if this doesn't happen kind of a situation.
Well, looking at the book, yeah, Derringer costs £1, I think. As 1/5, so even £5, all of us can afford that if for a Derringer.
What book are you looking at?
Cthulhu by Gaslight, Hudson, and
okay.
Brand.
Cool, gotcha.
Yeah. I'll look at the modern one.
1/5, I think, is £1 and 5 shillings.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
believe.
yeah, that's. I think all of us can afford that is without an issue. I was looking at the walking cane for the wrench, unless you're going to make it more of a saber type of damage.
What's the damage for a walking cane?
D6 plus a D4 for me.
D6 plus strength bonus.
Yeah.
And
then the saber's D8 plus 1 plus damage bonus.
That would be much closer to the cane. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So the cane. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's.
Mm-hmm. So we'll go with 1d6 plus damage bonus.
Okay.
For your wrench.
And is it okay if I'll grab I think a Derringer? I think it's only in case I need the range. The D4 is not much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm thinking more along the lines of gentlemen of adventure or misadventure that we are. It would be like, your spectacles, your watch, your Derringer, and whatever else. It's just something that you would wear as part of the accoutrements. Rather,
maybe
just a single.
Might be if you survive this scenario. Maybe you'll all be carrying Derringers.
Fair enough. Moving on. Let's go find this guy. Let's go find this guy and murder him.
All right, just because I'm going to ask now because I don't know if I ever got the answer. Is it a double-barreled shot? No, well, you know what? I don't have it on me. I'll ask later.
Okay.
It's a concealed shotgun. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, I can't invent that.
I mean, you could saw it off and wear a long coat.
So we're at the carnival, and we noted all of the exhibits. And now, how do we find?
Yeah,
this?
like I said, there's a lot of people around. Mostly locals, but you can definitely pick out the fair people, the gypsy people.
Carnies. Are they carnies or they gypsies? Travelers, I should say. Sorry.
Whatever. I think it calls them gypsies here in the scenario.
Indeed.
No, they'd be. Yeah, they're gypsies. Including many kind of youths and stuff as well. What else is there? You see other hangers-on that dog the fair as well. Traveling traders, cheapjacks. Occasionally you'll see like maybe a gang of which you assume are local ruffians, probably rowdy and drunk coming out of one of the tents,
Well,
right. But one more thing. Sorry. Yes, as you're taking in the entire place. All right, here we go.
3 little old men with no eyes with triangle knives coming at us.
Where's the thing here? Ignore that. Here we go. There is an enclosed and rigid-roofed wagon, or a caravan, as the British parlance has it. In the center of the fun fair, as it were, the fandambulum. Where's the thing here that I saw? Hold on. I'm positive I saw something. There's a sign or something. I literally just read it earlier. Like right before we started. Where's the fucking thing about the flag? Okay, I must have just gone too far. Go back here again. What the fuck did I do here? I just read this before we started, and now I cannot find the shit. Blah 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 blah. Ignore that. That's not important. Yes, ignore that. This is the problem with these old scenarios. They're just like it's all just black and white and like really fine print. Not the best for finding stuff all the time. No, okay, it's definitely not in that section. Ah, here it is. Right, yeah. So this particular caravan that I mentioned in the center is uniformly black. There is a large and unfriendly-looking man sitting on the front steps of this caravan, currently trimming his nails with a huge razor-sharp-looking knife. He's big, bearded. He's got a kind of a waxed mustache.
Be the strong man kind.
His expression is far from friendly. Possibly, yeah. Yeah, he's big and burly. God damn it! There's a fucking flag. I know there is. I read the fucking thing. I was like, oh, cool. And now I can't find the goddamn thing.
What a time not to have Loyal.
Loyal was never any good in a fight anyway, was he? No.
Wasn't, right? Like a useless strong man.
Oh, beat a man when he's down. I'm dead.
Yeah, we shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
Dead, live, everybody beat him anyway.
Yeah.
He just had problem with the supernatural. I don't think he had problem with anyone living, did he?
No, it was always zombies that were giving him a hard time. I just want to find the words on this fucking...
A rather karmic death for him, if you think about it, since he made his living with the dead, that the dead killed him.
Yeah, it didn't go past me. I caught that.
Keep going. I know. For fuck's sake. Oh, this is just going to piss me off. Ah, here it is. Why did they put it back there? Oh, Christ. Yes. There is an ancient fading shredded banner hanging limply from a tent pole that says Master Nistor Ferenc Esquire, Commander and First Buglerer of the Rovers Fair. Does anybody have history?
Let me look.
I do, in fact. Let's see here. Where'd it go? There it is. I've got 50 in history.
Give it a roll.
There we are. Let's see.
I don't know why they put it back there. So dumb.
All right, let's see here. I rolled a 35.
Okay. You could identify the design and the execution of the embroidery on this banner as being about a century old, probably. It's from the late 18th century, you'd say.
Okay.
Is this the sort of thing that's worth making a roll at? Because Ruben's actually got a good history. I've never got to use history.
Yeah, you can roll it. you know,
18th century. Interesting.
Break out my dice since I have dice now. $47, and his skill is a 65, so it's just a regular success.
Okay.
So nothing special.
so you notice the same thing that
Yeah, that's
Spencer
what I
had
figured.
noticed. Yep. Yep.
Well, shall we take the direct approach?
And not too far away, you hear a bit of a commotion. As people are cheering and applauding, and you can hear a couple of what are they called? Like hawkers or whatever. A couple of boys, a couple of gypsy boys who are moving around the crowd, calling out for contributions. They're like, like Strozzi, the showman, our famous knife thrower. Please, for the love of God, folks, shillings, not pennies. Don't you know Strozzi's a madman? If we don't, if we don't collect enough money, well, that poor girl, she'll be dead or disfigured. And you can now see, as people kind of are moving around, you might notice there is a woman, like tied to this big round, large round piece of wood that looks like, it's like a wheel. Yeah. There's a woman bound to it, hands and ankles. And you might get a glimpse of a man in a kind of a tied back bandana with a short cropped beard. And you catch a glint of steel in his hand. He seems to be holding maybe some kind of a knife or something.
Clearly, she broke a deal. Shall we be distracted by this?
People are throwing, money out to the kids who are walking around with their hats, collecting the money from the crowds, and the man kind of, you get a glimpse of him just like making. You see a throwing motion, although there's too many people crowded around him to really get much of a glimpse at, and you hear like a kind of a gasp from the crowd, and then everybody kind of applauds. You can probably hear the sound of steel striking wood, as he's obviously probably just thrown a knife at the woman who's
Oh, crap.
tied up to the thing.
We need to look at the knives. Remember, the knives that the blind men were using were throwing knives. It would be awfully coincidental if he was throwing those knives. Reuben will head towards the viewing.
Okay. There's quite a crowd gathered around. And now one of the boys goes over and spins the wheel that the woman's tied to. It's not actually a wheel. It's like a solid. It's almost like a big shield, But I just call it a wheel because that's what it spins, And he spins that, and then the Strozzi, the showman, turns back and throws another knife, and it goes like right between the woman's legs into the wood as it continues to spin. The crowd applauds, and Strozzi kind of bows and sucks it all in. And you can see if you get a glimpse of him, you can see also. It actually says he has a long black beard, but he doesn't have a long black beard in the picture. So fuck it, we're gonna stick with the short black beard. His eyes glitter with an almost like bloodthirst to him. You know what I mean? Like you get the vibe like he intends to murder this poor woman who's bound to the wheel. And now he pulls out a blindfold and starts to put it over his eyes and pulls out another knife. And you notice that he's holding it by the handle and not by the blade, like you normally would with a throwing knife. And give me a spot hidden roll, Reuben.
Spot hidden roll it is. A 30 on the nose. Let me see what he's got for a skill. Spot hidden. A 30 is exactly what he needed for a hard success.
That knife is identical to the knives that were used that you've seen
God.
up to now. Yeah.
Damn it.
And with the blindfold on, he hurls the knife again, and it sticks into the wood like 3 centimeters from the woman's right ear. And the crowd again applauds. And he takes off the blindfold and
Has no eyes.
no, he has eyes.
Okay.
And then he goes over and he takes a cricket bat, throws one of the knives up in the air, reels back, swings the cricket bat, hits the knife, slams into the spinning wheel right next to the woman's knee. And again, the crowd applauds.
Well, Ruben is going to go back, and if they did not follow him, and express
Nobody
the
said
fact
anything,
that,
so.
yeah, he's going to express the fact that he is throwing the exact same knives that the creepy little blind guys were using to stab people and kill them. So we're in the right place, most likely at the wrong time.
And just for the record, Loyal was here after that first incident, wasn't he? This is where he.
Oh yeah. He was at the
Yeah.
spin down room of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
Maybe he was a better investigator than we let on. We thought.
We should ask him.
All right, so who's gonna die and make a medium, or we're gonna call a medium?
Now Strozzi has a mirror set kind of behind him, and he turns his back to the woman on the spinning wheel, and he takes out a couple more knives, and he throws one over each shoulder, just looking in the mirror for aim. And one hits the right next to the woman's right armpit, the other one hits right next to her left armpit, and again the crowd applauds.
Gentlemen.
That's our claps. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, gentlemen, he's throwing the knives that the assassins were using. You have this large individual with just a large knife. So one would assume there are more individuals with knives. And I don't believe we're prepared for a war. So how do we want to approach this? To be truthful, I wouldn't be against just burning it all down. Again, Ruben's very nervous by this situation.
There's quite a lot of people here. I think that would not be a good idea.
I didn't say burn the people. They can run away. But the idea is that the evil and the evil folks and their stuff would burn up. I didn't even bring a knife to the knife fight. Funny. Looking for input, gentlemen. Ruben's got the fire starter song going in his head.
Now, even how can you guarantee you wouldn't hurt innocent people and only the bad? They'll all just run together. It'd be chaos.
True. Yep. And if you got away, you'd have a very interesting story to write.
But who's to say we would get the bad guys at all? And say they can't just regroup somewhere else and be really pissed at you.
Right? This is a conversation seed, trying to get some input.
Sure, we don't want to just talk to this individual after the crowd is dispersed?
Well, we never spoke to him, and currently we're being hunted. So he's already going to know who we are. So once we announce our presence, I expect eyeless men to come appearing with stabby knives. Are you prepared to deal with that?
Maybe.
Well, wasn't there a book that they stole? Is that something that they have to continue their plan? Can we not just steal that?
Sure. That sounds like a good plan. I would imagine the book is inside this black coach here with the large guard in front of it. That would be my guess anyway. How would you suggest we go about this?
A Romani woman approaches you all. What are your appearance scores? Let's go one by one. Ruben, what's your appearance?
You know, I'm thinking appearance is not one of his strong suits. Hold on. Appearance, yes, that's a whopping 45.
Okay. What about Spencer?
70.
James?
Whew.
50.
50. And Glenn?
I think I'm number 2 at 55.
Okay. So this woman, she looks like she's maybe in her 20s. She's not like unattractive. She's not super attractive either. She's just kind of rather plain, I guess. To some extent. Maybe exotic though, since she's Romani. Might look exotic to some of you. She goes right up to Spencer, and she goes, "Oh, come on, love, shilling for a kiss."
Well, I'm sorry. I think I'd have to charge 2 shillings for that, my dear.
Oh, you silly goose. How about you? She says, turning to Glenn.
Oh no, that's all right. He looks a little nervous at this point.
As she looks at you, and then she looks at Spencer. And goes, "Oh, I understand. How about you, sir?" She says to Reuben. "Do you prefer the fairer sex?"
Of course I do. And he will offer the shilling for the kiss. Are there any obvious sores on her mouth?
No.
You laugh.
I'm just laughing because of where your brain went. You're like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get fucking herpes or something." No, there's nothing like that. So she
I'm
takes the
pretty sure
shilling.
that's.
She takes the shilling and she gives you a nice quick smooch on the lips, and then she laughs and trots off to the next group of people.
Indeed. Reuben will quickly wipe his mouth in case there was any sort of nefarious saliva involved. Again, he's taken back by the whole situation.
Okay.
So do we approach the muscly knifey dude or what?
You can actually. He's probably wrapping up his performance now. So you want to try to catch him?
I meant the muscly one, the big one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant. I thought you
at
meant
the
knife
trailer.
fighter. I
Yeah.
apologize. Yeah.
No. You're good with the book. Yeah, going for a lunatic that has multiples of the knives that have done so much damage is not on my list of things to do.
I didn't say to attack him. I just thought you were going to go up and talk to him.
Gentlemen, looking for some input here. Burning the carnival it is.
I still think we should start off by talking to him. I don't know if it could be possible the whole carnival's involved, or maybe it is just one individual.
The whole carnival's involved.
You think so?
100%.
And how are we going to deal with that?
We were let's review this one more time. We were not involved in any way, and yet we got involved and people started dying. We are going to involve ourselves. So from this point on, we're probably not going to live. So what would the next step would you like to take? They didn't know that we knew, and our lives were are in danger. Now that they know that we're here, things are going to get ugly quick. That's why I said, do we try to negotiate with this Nestor, or do we just kill him and do our best to get away?
Did the police know that they have the knives? They know the knives were used. I'm trying to refresher because it's been a long.
The police actually have a knife
Mm-hmm.
in their possession.
Yep.
Okay, so we go. We kill this guy. We tell him that he attacked us when we confronted him, shot him, killed him. The end.
Yeah, Ruben actually has one of the knives with him, but it's in his little bag.
Okay.
As long as the police have had that as evidence of something, that they could show that would correlate between him and those knives, we say he attacked us. Um, we pulled out a revolver and shot him.
Fair enough. So how do we get past the guard?
This is when we need a woman in our group.
Or somebody with high charisma and decent personal skills, which Ruben's personal skills are sticking them with a cane sword. So
I've got 50 on fast talk. I've got acting is way up there. Let's see, where's my acting? Acting.
that sounds perfect.
It's done.
Very noble of you and courageous to volunteer.
Acting is 75.
Whew.
Charm is 40. So between those three.
You are the man, sir. We're behind you 100%.
Okay. So you want me to go up and talk to the guard, correct?
Right, because we would like an audience with Nestor.
Yes. Okay.
Right. There's
Alright.
a big guy sitting on steps with this huge sharp knife, trimming his nails.
I will approach the guy and tell him that
He stands up as you approach.
Ruben is behind James.
And you realize he's about 6.5 feet tall.
Perfect. More of them to hit.
Good day, sir. My name is Roman Carmichael, and I'm giving a tour of these fellow. The traveler here is a author from America, and I've been showing him the sights of England, and he was insistent on coming and watching a carnival. I guess they have carnivals over there in America too, and he's writing a book. The origins of the carnival in America had started in England, and so that's why we're here. To make a long story short, he was very impressed by the knife thrower. It's something he was very interested in, and he thought it would fit well into his book. Would there be any way that we could introduce Mr. Spencer over there to the knife man that we watched?
Strazzi. There. He points over in the direction where the knife thrower is currently talking to various fans, kind of uninterestedly, but, he seems bored by it. But...
Oh, well, thank you. And I'll reach in and pull out a coin of some sort and shake his hand and hand it to him at the same time.
See something here. Where's this guy? Here he is.
I spit on your coin.
Gorgo. Oh, he's of average intelligence.
We are in trouble when the NPC's name is Gorgo.
I'm missing a die again. How? How can I be missing a die?
This was actually one of the moments I didn't know that Boyle would have been so perfect for.
He takes the coin and just stuffs it in a pocket.
Give him a little wink as I walk, away from him.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I go up and say,
He sits
Mr.
back down on
Talman,
the stairs.
Mr. Talman, this gentleman over here
Steps.
is allowing us to go meet the knife thrower that you had such an interest in. Let's come this way. Come on, you other two. Come on, let's come on with Mr. plowman.
Reuben will follow behind obediently.
Okay, so you guys start walking back over towards the knife thrower.
Mm.
Okay. Gorgo watches you suspiciously as you do so, but
So when we get up to the, is he speaking to somebody already when we walk up to him, or is he?
yeah, there's
And then,
there's people around, but he doesn't seem very interested in them at all. He's just being, you know,
oh, and what was his name? The knife thrower? Did we know or no? No.
Strazzi,
Friends,
Strazzi,
Stratton. Okay.
Strazzi. Yeah, they had introduced him. Remember the two boy hawkers, whatever they're called. They were. Yeah,
So he'll call out his name a couple of times to see if he gets his attention.
he does. Yeah, he looks over, kind of confused. So who are you? Why are
Sir,
you calling me?
sir, allow me to introduce. This is a author from America that's over here visiting, and he's studying the carnivals. He studied the carnivals in America, and now he's trying to correlate their origin from England. And we came to this carnival, and we watched you, and he would like to interview you for part of his book, if you'd be interested in at least talking to him, if not an interview. To say hello to him, it would make a big. It helped me out a lot, and of course, if
He
he wants.
says, well, hello.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Oh.
Oh, you can't hear me? He says hello to Spencer.
Okay,
Greetings, my good sir, my good sir. Yes, for the longest time, ever since I first rode on a merry-go-round, I have been fascinated by carnivals. I heard this one was one of the best, and I was wondering if I could ask some questions about its history and other thoughts you might have.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. So, how long have you been working for the carnival? And I'll start just asking him all kinds of really inane questions that I've asked hundreds of times before.
Sure. He's like, 15 years now.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
I don't know what else to ask, honestly. I'm just
Sure. You just
emotional.
ask. You can just ask him some questions, whatever.
Right,
He
right.
he he does his best to answer. He doesn't know
hmm
much. Like the history of the carnival. He says, oh, it's a very old carnival. Actually, let me see. Do I have any more information on the history of this carnival?
who is the owner of the carnival? Who's the manager? Who's running this carnival?
Oh, it'd be Mr. French.
I'm sure he's a very interesting individual. Is he available for interview?
Oh no. He's too old. Doesn't see anyone.
Out of character, I got a bad feeling about that. Actually, were his
He
knives put away, or does he have any of them?
yeah, his knives are put away. He doesn't have any in his hand or anything at the moment now.
That was my end.
It's
I was
a
like,
yeah. He no leave caravan now, and we most drive for him.
How long
was
have you been a knife thrower for? That's some amazing skill that you were showing earlier.
I was a teenager when I started.
Fascinating.
those were amazing knives. Like, the balance on them was just perfect. Do you make them yourself?
Does he make them himself? Let me double check something real quick.
I wouldn't mind
It's
getting a
way
look
back
at
here.
them. I wouldn't mind getting a look at them. I'm a bit of an engineer
There it is.
myself.
Nope, that's not it. Where's the knives? The fucking knives. These goddamn knives. Where the hell are they? Ah, here we go. The knives.
Check the back with the maps.
Yeah, he says no. Mr. French gives me the knives.
And that was the owner, right?
Yes. That's
Okay.
Ferenc, the owner of Ferench's famous Fandambulum of Fun.
May I look at one of them? I'm a bit of an engineer and just always interested in how they're constructed and the balance of them. If I may take a look, try to persuade them.
Give me a psychology roll.
A what? Oh,
Psychology roll.
I don't know what that is. I'm like, oh, 10%. Okay. Yeah.
Anybody who's present can make it. Can roll. So
Oh well, hey, let me check it. My
Or that is actually a hard
success.
success. Not
Yes.
a extreme, but oh,
He seems really kind of nervous. He says, "Come, walk with me." And he starts walking deeper into the carnival, away from Ferench's caravan.
I'll follow him.
Okay. And he says,
Isn't Mr. French this way? And he'll point back towards the
You saying this to
the black
Strozzi?
caravan. Yes.
That is Mr. Ferench's caravan. Yes, we don't go there. Well, you don't go there. This way.
If we did not mention it, we're very interested in more than just a story. We were gathering information as far as to become investors.
Yes, that you would have to. Investors, I don't know. That would have to be handled by Mr. French, I suppose.
Indeed.
So you're not walking with him as he's trying to walk away from the.
Perhaps you could make the introductions, and he will lean and do the slight bow towards the caravan.
Perhaps, maybe, I will have to ask Mr. French first.
Of course. Of course. Does this guy appear to have any sort of ethnicity to him other than just Romani?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He's definitely English is not his first language. That's for sure.
Well,
I imagine he's probably Romanian, but
yeah, I don't have Romanian. I don't have anything close to it.
I don't know. Actually, let's see what a name like Strozzi.
Yeah, I'm thinking Russian, but it could be Romanian.
Let's see. I'll tell you in 2 seconds. That is okay. Never mind. Doesn't exist according to Ancestry.com. Oh, weird. Ah, here we go. So they have 21 bios with that last name, which is interesting since I said it doesn't exist on the other page. And nobody knows.
How's it spelled?
Nobody knows where it comes from.
How's it spelled?
Strazi.
Strazi.
Mm-hmm.
I have it as under Italian, actually.
Okay.
Strazi, Italian verb.
Yeah, I got Italian myself earlier.
Single person.
As a verb. I'm talking about a name, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's Strazzata means to torment or torture. That's actually a good name for it.
Oh, that's funny. He has a first name in here too. It's not in the scenario, but it's actually in the stats.
Strazio, plural is Strazzi. So it's a plural. So his name is Tortures or torment, torture, cruel, blood killing, reckless use or consumption.
It's almost like they picked it on purpose.
Yeah, so he's Italian, maybe. Hey, Latin. Hey, I know Latin.
know Latin as well.
Fine. You can do all the talking.
So,
Lead the way in Latin, he will say.
he kind of looks at you confusedly and says, "Well, if you wait here, I will go talk with Mr. French."
Of course.
And he walks up. He goes over to, what is the guy's name? Gorgo?
Mm-hmm.
Walks over to Gorgo. Gorgo kind of steps aside, lets him in. He goes into the black caravan. And he comes back out a minute later. He says something to Gorgo. Gorgo just seems to nod. And then he walks over to you guys. Strozzi again says, "Who wishes to speak with Master Ferenc? Only one person will fit in the caravan at a time."
Well, sir, gift of gab. I guess that would be you. Or James, one of the two. Unless we're ready to do the killing, of course, because then Ruben will take the bait.
I'm guessing you didn't say that out loud.
Of course not.
No? Spencer? James?
I am kind of no.
Ruben
Not
steps forward.
wanting to.
I will, sir. Please.
Very well.
And he's going to lean heavily on his cane.
Okay.
As in an old war injury. Oh.
Strozzi
Yes.
will walk over there with you just to make sure that Gorgo actually lets you in. And, you know, Gorgo does allow you to go in. Now, let's see. Mr. French's caravan. Right, that's what I'm looking for. Roll power, please.
You are not the boss of me.
All right, then never mind. I'll just
I
automatically adjudicate it.
got it. You big baby.
As
49. Let me see what he's got for power. He's actually got a 45. So if I need to spend 4 points, I will.
hold on. Let me see. Okay. What does that come to? Oh, right. Okay, no. Got it. You would need to spend a lot more than that. You'd need a hard success.
Well,
Sorry.
that would be too much.
Extreme success. No? You don't have enough?
Nope. I'm not going to spend it.
Okay. So, oh, I see that. Okay, cool. Got it. So you come out of the caravan, recalling only a clean, tidy interior, a bearded, charismatic gypsy leader who was polite, welcoming, and dealt satisfactorily with all of your questions. You can't really remember any details of the conversation. Other than the fact that he has no need for investors currently. But thank you for your interest.
Are we within earshot of anyone other than our members?
Well, it's a fandambulum of fun. Everything's kind of probably pretty noisy, so yes, but no at the same time, if that makes sense.
We need to burn this place down to the ground.
All right, one second.
What are we looking at for tents and so forth?
I really don't think that's a.
Like I said, there's about 30 tents.
Viable.
And about 30 caravans as well. Hundreds of people.
Ruben's going to take it all in and see what the best fire plan is to include all of it. That's what he's negotiating right now.
Okay.
So whatever they're doing, that's what they're doing. But he's looking over putting it all into his head.
I'm gonna walk up to Ruben and get like a arm over his shoulder type, thing, like you're talking to somebody, and like we're maybe talking business. And I'll ask him, but not let my lips move that anybody could read my lips, but talk to him in kind of a whisper
Mm-hmm.
and say, "We can't burn this place down until nighttime. There's too many innocent people here. I don't care how many people he's killed would not add up to the people that would die or possibly die from a fire in here. Kids, women, babies.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course, of course. I'm speaking of afterwards.
yes,
But they'll never move this caravan again.
yes, I agree with you. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. I think Spencer has a little misnomer like I did, from it. So I'll go talk to him and ease his conscience.
Whose conscience? Sorry.
Spencer.
Oh, Spencer.
Spencer.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so I'll go over to Spencer and I'll do the same thing
I
with
don't know why I
him.
thought you were talking about Strozzi. I'm like, wait, what?
No, 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 Spencer.
Drotzy, we plan on burning it down. How are you with us?
When I was trying to talk to Ruben, I was trying to, as I talked, I tried to not move my own lips. So
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
hard
No
to
worries.
come out.
Yeah, no, I get
Yeah,
it totally.
yeah.
Also, just for your own information, you would have probably gathered from being here for like an hour now and talking to people and talking to Strozzi as well. Strozzi seems to basically manage the fair. You know what I mean? Mr. Ferenc is the owner, but like he said, he's very old and doesn't leave his caravan anymore. So this guy Strozzi seems to have kind of taken over as manager in a sense, But by all means, please,
So
please, console
yeah,
or convince Spencer.
yeah. Tell Spencer. I told Ruben, and Ruben told me, and etc. Philly man.
You there, Merrick?
Here,
Okay.
he's not sure what to say.
Hmm. No worries.
So you're committed on burning this place down.
Well,
Specifically that caravan, right? Is that was what your plan was, right?
yeah. Right.
Oh,
That's what
I
I thought.
think that should be the place that the fire starts.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the trail of fuel that goes around the entire encampment would catch on. But yes,
Aren't there children among them as well?
Yes, there are.
rats have
Oh.
rattlings and
But do you want it to look like an accident, or do you want it to look like sabotage, and then it comes back on us or something?
I suspect any locals would look upon this as just another traveler's incident.
I guess.
You do know that it's not uncommon for um, you know trouble to break out at these kind of places sometimes. Sometimes
Indeed.
disagreements between the locals and the Romani,
Mm-hmm.
things of that sort. Also, sometimes, like I said, there's those gangs that come around, local hoodlums that come around and get too drunk. Sometimes they start fights and things of that sort too. Um, so, yeah.
Indeed.
Um, yeah, occasionally riots and stuff break out, all kind of stuff.
Yes, this is not a matter of, you know, personal issue with the Romani in any form or fashion. This is an evil man doing evil deeds that we fell into, and it doesn't appear we're going to be able to get our way out of it.
Still, does risking the lives of women and children require this? I expected something, I don't know, more heroic in the fight against the dark.
And for all we know, it just could be the three of them, maybe two of them, three of them, but maybe it's just the two of them.
These sort of encompassing raising of evil gods and so forth. This doesn't come from one or two individuals. I suspect that if we look closely, we're being watched even now by all the conspirators. See, look, right there,
Okay,
and there,
I will look right now.
and there.
See if we're being watched.
Do you not feel them boring their eyes into you? Agents of chaos, I tell you.
Give me spot hidden rolls. Since you're all looking around now. Conspiratorially. Conspiratorially?
I
Whatever.
rolled a 12.
I rolled a 0.5.
I got an extreme. So
God damn.
Mine is just a hard.
Hard? Just a hard?
Yeah.
How about
Yeah,
James?
I rolled it. Yeah, I got 50, and we roll a D100 in this game, right? It's been
Yep,
a while since
yep.
I rolled.
That's right.
And I rolled a 27, so I
Okay.
made it.
So you all passed. You all notice. You didn't see him there before, but now standing kind of in front of the caravan, the black caravan. Gorgo is still sitting there with his big knife. Now it looks like he's cleaning his nails. He's done trimming. Now he's cleaning his nails with it, which looks really distressing and dangerous. But standing in front of the caravan is a man, kind of a little bit, what's the word? A little bit bent with age, a little short, reduced in stature. He has a dark hat on, dark sunglasses, and a dark coat. And he is just staring right at Ruben specifically.
Mr. Friends?
Are you shouting out to him?
Absolutely. And he'll give him a little bow.
Okay, he is not Mr. Ferengi.
Well, he's going to say it anyway.
But okay. He doesn't say anything, just stares at you.
Just out of curiosity, in comparison to my size, how big is this guy?
Gorgo?
Yeah,
Oh, Gorgo? What's your size?
85. I don't know why. That's my highest stat.
You
and
guys
this
are
is
the
not-
same size. You guys are the same size as far as size score goes. His size is 17 times 5 is 85, yeah. Because this was written for like fucking 2nd edition or 3rd edition Call of Cthulhu or something, I don't remember. But whatever edition existed back then. I think this book came out in the 80s. Anyway.
Let me see if he. I would assume. I'd probably guess he is the same size, but is he? I'm trying to compare others to like strength. Does he
Strength? Right, let's see here. What's your
look? I
strength?
got 65.
You have 65 strength. So that'd be the equivalent to 13 in the older editions. Boom, boom. Where is he? Gorgo. There you are. Oh, he's much stronger than you.
I figured that Loyal would be bigger than him, but
What was Loyal's strength?
oh, it was like 90
90,
something.
wasn't it?
Yeah, because his size was over 100.
Be about the same.
Wow. Okay.
Muscle-wise,
Yeah. Okay.
strength-wise.
Strength-wise,
Size-wise, no. But
yeah, he had the size advantage.
he's this is a big, scary fucking dude.
I would have been doing a distraction now if I was Loyal. But no, I'm not that. This guy has a head on his shoulders. He's not that stupid.
Well,
So
gentlemen,
when we went, I got a question. When we went and that zombie was on the train, was he dressed similar to what this
Oh yeah.
person that
Oh,
looking at?
very much
Yeah,
so.
that's what I thought.
Almost identical.
So it's a zombie.
Is anyone good with small weapons like a dagger?
Hey,
Because
can brawl.
Oh yeah, I guess. Anyone have it trained? I think Loyal did, but
Let's see here. Brawling is fairly average.
well, the reason I was saying is that
Ruben's good with his own blade.
well, more specifically,
Yeah, I
that
don't have
blade.
fighting skills.
Yeah, you don't even have to look. Right? I was more thinking if you had that, bring out that dagger and see. I don't think that's a good idea either.
You guys want to take a bio break so you can think, plot, plan?
Sure.
Yeah, let's take a quick bio. While
Yeah,
you
a
guys,
couple of weeks, I think, is good to think about what to
because
do.
we're at one of those moments in the game, I think, where like moments are passing, but you guys might spend 20 minutes trying to decide what to do next. So, yeah. Let's take
No,
a
honestly, I think we
quick
need
break.
2 weeks to figure
Be
out.
right back.
2 weeks. Geez, we're only an hour into the session. You want me to call it already?
No, that's how much time I think we're going to need to figure this out.
That's cute though. You think there's going to be another session?
Well, if we end it now, then there will be.
I say this has been a really, really fun scenario to run. Although it is very, it's just different compared to a lot of the other ones I've run. I guess because it's of its age and all that, like it's pretty big. What is this, session 7? Yeah. None of our previous investigations, I think, went more than 4. So that's cool. Getting a lot of good mileage out of this. Am I talking to myself now? I guess I am.
No, I'm here. I'm always here.
That's true. How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. I'm just looking through my stats to see what I might be able to use.
God damn, the fucking sun is coming up again.
We have a guest here. My friend is over here. He comes over on Saturdays and relieves some of my nurses to be able to have a night off. So
Nice.
he likes to listen to us play the game.
Yeah, I think I remember that we kind of
Yeah, Bernie. Yeah,
talked a little bit last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, the sun is coming up here already. It pisses me off. I fucking hate midsummer.
Yeah, it's going down right now.
Yeah, we're at the point in the summer where we have about 20 hours of daylight. No, maybe not 20. How many? Let's see. What do we have? 19 hours of daylight, and then 5 hours of semi-darkness. Mostly dark, but yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are a lot further north than what we are.
Yeah,
I'm at
think
anyway.
I could be mistaken, but when it comes to like what is that, latitude? I think we're closer to Iceland than we are to Chicago on the latitude lines, for example,
Wow. Yeah, he just
Here's
Bernie just told me that.
an interesting fact. Chicago is on the same latitude line, the same latitude as Rome.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought about it that way.
Yeah, I never thought about it. I never realized it until after I moved over here, and I was looking into that kind of stuff, trying to figure out how fucking far north we were. I was like, oh shit. Yep.
Yeah, Bernie was saying where we live right now is the 38-degree parallel.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you guys are way up north than us.
Yeah, I don't even know what ours is off the top of my head. I have to look at it. But it's funny, as far north as we are, we have very temperate weather. So thanks to jet streams and all that, weather patterns. I don't know how that all works exactly, but we don't have very hard winters or anything like that. So, and we don't have very warm summers either, though. So I guess
That's
it
good.
balances
Yeah,
out.
balances out. Yeah, yeah. We're entering our hard summers. You know, it's going to be 103, 104, 110 sometimes.
It rarely ever gets below freezing here, and it rarely gets over 80 degrees either here. So Fahrenheit wise, 68 degrees
Yeah.
Fahrenheit is a good summer day here.
Yeah, see, we can get below freezing and during the winter, and we can get way up in the summer. So it's
Yeah.
drastic changes, you know, that we have between the seasons.
Oh yeah.
Back.
Back.
I know all about those drastic season changes from Chicago too, like freezing cold winters, scorching hot summers. Fuck that. I don't like it. It's the only thing that I like really. Well, maybe not the only thing, but that's the main thing anyway that I like more about here is the weather, which is ironic because people always complain about the weather in Ireland, but oof. It's fucking cold too right now.
Cold would be good. I've been cold in a while.
So, planning? What are you guys thinking about doing here?
So burning this place to the
Oh,
ground.
I know that. It's 7:30 in the evening. You can do it now.
Well,
It's not. The sun hasn't even gone down yet.
I'm not sure that we're going to get much of a choice. Now that they've sicked the blind stabby guy on us.
But he's not attacking you or anything. He's just watching you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I wonder him showing up is them or it or whatever showing us that he knows that it's us,
Of
and
course.
he's going to follow that zombie's going to follow and kill one of us eventually.
One of us. How very generous you are.
No, I mean, I don't think he could kill all of us in one time. He'd have to come back and kill the rest of us. What do we have that we could even burn down the carnival with, except the carnival itself? I mean, you know, we don't have any. We didn't bring any oil or gas or something to start a fire with.
True. I suppose there's torches and such around. Fuel. You say they had rides. They don't have mechanical rides, do they? They're not motor driven by any means, are they?
Yeah, they do have mechanical rides.
There you go. Kerosene is available. We just have to borrow a little bit.
I mean, there's lamps and stuff like that too. There's oil around to be had, you know, for sure.
Whale oil, maybe.
Okay, I am back. I think everybody's here now, right? Yeah. Oh wait, no, I haven't heard from Paul yet. I don't know if Paul's back. We'll wait for Paul. Where's my phone? I want to know how cold it is outside. It's not very summery, that's for sure. Doesn't feel midsummery. Yeah. Oh, it's still 13 degrees. It just feels colder than that. Feels like 11 degrees, it says. Okay. Come on, Paul. Come on. Okay, Paul's back. Good. We can return now. Okay, so what are you gonna do?
Burn this place to the ground.
Okay, how do you? What do you specifically? What are you gonna do right now?
I actually have some ideas.
Okay.
There are some, I think you call them rabble rousers, or some people that we could maybe hand some money over to cause
A ruckus.
a ruckus, get maybe a bit of a fight breaking out, especially if we can get Gorgo to leave there, but I doubt it. And then we can work on it from there. But I didn't really bring anything to enact your part of the plan. Probably would have had something get thrown together, but they already know we're here, so it's not like we can come back tomorrow night.
Right.
Well, we were discussing while you were away too. Like there'd be plenty of lamps and things. I mean, they have mechanical rides. There's kerosene and stuff around. So, in fact, what does it say about nightfall? There's where is it? I guess it's in the description of the fair. I don't like the way this was organized, but that maybe it's just me. I should have taken better notes. But yeah, anyway, they have gas lights and stuff that they would use probably to, or oil lights or whatever I should say that they would use to light the place at night.
I think. Well, do you think we would need a distraction? And then we
For
can.
sure. Yeah. If you can arrange it, that would be great.
I don't know how convincing that would be, but I can try.
Paraffin lamps, there it is. As the sunlight fades, paraffin lamps begin to glow. What's paraffin?
Unless you
That's a type of oil, isn't it?
paraffin is wax.
Wax. Yeah.
Wax. Okay. Well, there's also paraffin oil, but yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah,
Paraffin wax.
Unless you, Mr. Chamberlain, want to come with me, you have a better gift of gab than I do.
Whatever
a paraffin lamp is a kerosene lamp.
Yeah.
I just Googled it to look it up. It's a kerosene lamp or a paraffin lamp in some countries, like England, I'm guessing. So.
Well, I think we all should stay together, but I don't think splitting up is a good idea at this point, especially since I don't think anybody's really prepared for a fight. We're not getting out of here unless we do something. So
Well, that's why I thought we can get someone else to start a fight.
Mhm.
As a distraction.
Fair enough. Well, then we'll all stick together. I'm going to
Why
keep
don't
my.
if
Go
we
ahead.
want to leave, why don't we just try leaving? I mean, I really must say, I can't agree with this whole wanting to burn the place down plan. There's got to be a different way.
Okay. What do you suggest?
Find that book and take it back.
Where would you suggest we start with that plan that doesn't include that gentleman right there? And I'm going to point at him.
The
Which
little one or
one?
the big one?
The little one.
Blind man? Okay.
Well, I don't know. This is my first time on such a case, but
And,
to burn
and,
it.
and it definitely could be your last. My friend, you've gone out of the writing and speculation and the fictional version, and there stands sure death. We need
Well,
to do
then
something.
I leave you to it, but I will not help.
So you think the book is inside the tent?
I
The
suspect
caravan.
I suspect that it's inside the black coach for sure.
So when you went in, you really have no recollection of what happened when you came out.
Well, what I recollect is doesn't make any sense, so I'm suspecting it's something else other than that. I may not be great with people, but I have my wits about me, and my recollection of the events does not jibe with how I would have carried on the conversation. So I suspect some sort of glamour involved.
I've seen a few things, but still I don't know about magic or stuff. But
So you have a hammer, or you have what are you carrying?
we'll say a wrench.
A wrench. Okay. Well, when we start things going, maybe you take that wrench over. It's heavy enough and you're strong enough. You can bust it over the head of that zombie. You gotta kill the head
But
of it.
what about the big guy over there?
Good guy. I'm gonna shoot him right between the eyes. I'm gonna walk up to him and ask him a question. I'm gonna either put my gun underneath his throat and pull the trigger. I'll just shoot him right in the eye.
Hold on. You're telling me that blind individual there took out a large individual that used to work with you?
Yep. And you're going to find out that behind those glasses, there are no eyes, and that the individual is actually dead. It's some sort of zombie.
And you think, from your description of this loyal character, you think I can do better with a wrench?
Well, I think Royal got surprised. I think they came up on him without his knowledge. As far as I know, I don't know. I mean, I can't see why he couldn't have beat the head in. Once you
Well,
destroy that skull, there ain't nothing going to be maneuvering that body around.
do you not have one of those daggers on you? That would probably be better than my wrench. The way it's designed, it's probably a lot better than this.
I don't have one of the daggers. No, I don't have any.
No, but
So Spencer, I pose it to you, since you're not going to assist in this dire situation. You're suggesting run away, and where would we run to exactly?
Well, don't put words in my mouth. I just suggested neither that. I asked if there was a different way, but apparently we are hell bent on reducing this place to ash. That's what I disagree with.
If we were going to go with a strategic retreat, as in the just leave, where would we go?
I suppose that would be up to you, wouldn't it?
No, sir. I'm posing it to you. We don't have a place to go to. We don't know the town. They have us at disadvantage in every turn. Once we lose sight of them, I suspect this little blind zombie man to show up in the next shadow and start stabbing. Our situation is most dire.
Very well. I won't interfere with you.
I'm not all for completely burning the whole thing down. But we got to make a start to at least burn this area where the book is probably at and where the guy is at.
Well, Spencer, will you at least keep an eye on the little zombie man then?
Give me spot hidden roll.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Just him?
All of you.
All right, stand by.
Extreme again. I got 4. I'm rolling amazing tonight. Until combat starts, and then I'll be rolling closer to 100.
The man is no longer standing there.
Of course not.
But Glenn, as you're looking around, you can just kind of see his hat kind of in amongst the crowd off to one side. The crowds are getting larger, it seems, now as nighttime is approaching.
Jesus Christ.
I point him out. I go, that little individual's walking over that way.
Yeah, I got a 38, which is just a regular success.
Okay.
I'm a little taller.
You're able to spot the hat briefly as well, where Glenn is pointing.
I have a better view from up here.
All right, the closest source to a lit lamp, and if there is any kerosene obviously available.
So what about the big guy?
I'm just looking for these items.
Yeah, I mean, you can find the rides aren't too far away where you can go. I mean, the fair is not that big.
So it's filling
30,
with
30 tents or whatever. But
it's filling with citizens, is what you're saying?
oh yeah,
People
yeah,
people from the city, right?
yeah, locals.
Oh no, I can't burn that down like that. No, it's too
Not
many innocent people.
not saying the caravans, but I mean just the fair in general. There's more and more people coming in
Right,
now. The crowds are
right.
growing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm all for burning the one area down, but
Agreed.
I don't want to burn the whole thing down.
I understand. So we're agreed on at least dealing with the caravan.
So what do you think about that, Spencer?
I've already washed my hands of the deal.
Okay.
You don't need my permission.
No, but your cooperation would be handy.
I can only promise not to interfere. I don't like this idea, but I won't get in your way.
Well, Spencer, you need to offer something else up because there's a good chance you're going to die in the next few minutes.
So be it.
Fair enough.
Give me another spot hidden roll, Glenn.
Okay, not an extreme, just a hard.
Okay. You're looking around. You don't know where the guy. You've lost track of the guy. Oh no, you think you see the hat over there.
I apologize. Hold on. I was looking at the wrong one. Nope, that is an extreme.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well then,
I got a 7 out of 10.
yeah, you see the man. He seems to be moving around, like circling around you.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know what? I'm getting a little what's the word? I can't even think of the word right now. A little anxious. I'm just gonna go over towards him. Yeah, I'm leaving the party technically, and I'm going towards.
So Glenn goes walking into the crowd, kind of away from the tent, or away from not the tent, away from the black caravan.
Ruben will go for the closest source of fire and kerosene if he can get it.
Okay, what are you gonna do? Just run over and just fucking grab it?
If he's able to just get near one, then whatever has the clearest path back to the black caravan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
but
got to be
what are you planning to like try to sneakily steal this thing? Or are you just gonna run over, grab it, run over? I mean, what's your urgency?
the
What's your
plan would
approach here?
be to, well, I don't believe nonchalant's going to work at this point. So he's just going to walk over to it. And if there's a clear path looking over the shoulder or whatever, then he's going to grab it and then head straight for the black caravan.
Okay, cool. So you walk over, you grab a big what would they have kept that in back then? Canisters still, right? Would they have had canisters for kerosene?
Oh, yeah, they would have
Sure.
had oil cans.
Yep.
You know,
Sure. So that's what you do.
like
You
a
walk
jerry
over,
can kind of deal.
grab one of those big oil cans.
And a torch.
Yeah. Let's see here. What's your luck?
Kerosene lamp. It is currently a 43.
Yep. You happen to find a kerosene lamp that is lit nearby. Because it will be getting
Okay,
dark
you will
in the
head
next half hour or something.
straight for the caravan.
It's definitely starting to dim. I suppose people are starting to light up lights. Yeah, that makes sense.
If he could approach without having full view of Gorgo, that'd be good. But if not, then he'll just deal with it.
That will require a stealth roll.
Stealth it is. Stealth is not terrible.
And while you make that stealth roll, I will talk to Glenn, who has gone. So you were walking right
Okay.
over towards this gentleman, yeah?
Yes, I'm gonna have one hand on the wrench,
Mhm.
but I'm not gonna be openly attacking him, especially with people around,
Right.
and try to get his attention.
You don't have to try because he's staring right at you. Once you get you get a good view of him once you're about 20 feet away.
Well, I keep walking towards him.
Okay.
To
What's your
make
dexterity
to make the stealth roll, I have to pay for 4.
for a regular success?
Yeah.
Let me
That
see.
I don't bother.
Let me see if it'll be worth your while or not. Let me roll for Gorgo to actually notice. Gorgo. Oh yeah, he's on the last page, isn't he? There he is. Gorgo skills. Oh, he does have a spot hit. All right, it's on there. Yeah, you're gonna need a hard success. How much will that cost you
Well, it would have cost me 4.
for a
So
normal
it'll
success?
cost me 29 points.
Ah,
Jesus.
Do you have 29 points?
Yeah, I have
he has
43.
43.
You have 43. I have 44, and I just started this character.
Don't die with luck.
He had a
All
lot
right.
less at one point, I believe.
Yeah, it went back up again.
Well, Loyal died with luck, so we're not going to talk about that.
All right, so 43.
So it's Gorgo you're trying to not.
Apparently,
Well, I was going to go up to Gorgo and take care of him while you're doing that. That's what I was
Okay.
thinking.
All right, we'll do that then. We'll do that then in a second. Let me finish up with Paul here first. So Paul, what's your dexterity?
50.
Or Glenn's dexterity, I should say. 50. Okay. And what is the blind man's?
I would like to approach defensively if that's a thing. I like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to be the first one to hit, but if he attacks, I'm gonna call out. So
You said yours is 50.
yes.
Okay. So as you step forward, he stabs at you with a knife. His hand quickly comes out from his coat. You see one of those knives in it, and he stabs at you.
stab us
Do you
with
want to
his
fight
steely
back
knife.
or dodge?
I will. I will dodge, but can I call out for the police?
There are no police here.
No, I understand, but I'm
but you're
calling
gonna call
out.
out. Okay, yeah, you can shout out for the police as he stabs you. Yep. Roll your
Okay.
dodge.
Hard.
I have a 24 under 90.
What the?
That is a hard as well, isn't it? Yes, it is a hard, not extreme. So you have a hard on a dodge, so you dodge the attack,
Okay.
and you shout out for the police, and it's your action.
And that's I'll pull out. Yeah, I'll hit him or attempt to.
Roll.
If I see a shotgun, I'm grabbing it.
He's gonna fight back. He's not gonna dodge.
Oh, yeah. And here's my first actual attack, and I'm rolling an 85.
I have an extreme success.
Oh, you're gonna die.
So you would need to get that down to an extreme success. Can you?
Let's put. I rolled an 85.
What's
I
your
need
skill?
to get a 5.
So do you have 8 points of luck? You don't.
No.
Okay. He stabs you. So as you swing the wrench, he kind of throws his arm up and like kind of blocks your like almost like a karate block. You know what I mean? The arm goes up, stops your arm before the wrench hits him in the head, and the other arm comes up with the knife. And let's see how much damage it does. Then I'll tell you where it stabbed you. 1d4 plus 1d6 plus 2. Okay.
You can't kill me in one hit.
It does 9 points of damage. How many hit points did you have?
15.
Okay, so it's a major wound. So we're gonna say he stabs you somewhere in the midsection, vital organs and all that. Give me a Constitution roll.
I'm gonna have to use luck for that. I rolled 6 over.
Oh, okay. You want to spend 6 points of luck to stay conscious as one of your lungs
Nah,
is
it's
punctured.
okay. No,
Okay.
I'd rather die. Peace. No, I'm gonna stay conscious.
Yeah. Okay. So spend 6 luck. You maintain consciousness. You have a punctured lung. 9 points of damage. And yeah. So while this is probably happening just as Ruben is getting to the kerosene, the big kerosene can. So you would actually hear Glenn's voice crying out, "Police! Police!" In the distance, not too terribly distant, but somewhat distant. And that definitely attracts a lot of attention as a lot of people rush over to hear. And now you even hear now, like you might hear a woman kind of scream because she sees, a man get stabbed, etc. Um, Rob, this is happening as James is approaching Gorgo as well. So you will also hear this commotion as you're walking up to Gorgo, who is now standing up as he sees you approaching. And he's holding the knife menacingly. He's no longer using it as a tool. He's now holding it like one would hold a knife as a weapon.
So is this the big, huge guy?
Yes, this is the big, huge bodyguard who was sitting on the steps up to the black caravan, but now is standing in front of them.
He's standing where now? I'm sorry. I'm going to make sure I know what I'm doing. He's standing up.
Standing right in front of the black caravan. Yeah. He was
Okay.
sitting on the steps. Now he's just basically stood up.
Is he watching Ruben?
No, he's looking right at you.
Okay. I'll keep him distracted.
Okay. What are you doing? You're walking towards him or standing there?
I stand there and I strut down like I'm tying my shoe.
Okay.
And I'll make that as long as I can. And if I'm looking kind of upwards without him seeing, hopefully, not too much upwards, but enough around me.
I know what you mean.
And if I see him start wandering over to Ruben's area, I'll make some other kind of distraction.
No, he seems to be all focused on you at the moment.
Okay.
You won't see me splashing with flaming kerosene then.
Okay. So while that's going on, then you grab the kerosene can and start making your way back towards the caravan.
Correct.
So we go over to also unless I forget, Spencer, anything you want to be doing or any place you want to go? You would
When I
have
heard Glenn start
yes,
shouting for the police, I'm going to start making my way towards there.
Okay, so you're making your way over there. So as you're just coming up, you see the crowd bustling around. There's some kind of a fight going on. It almost looks like a fucking underground fighting ring, right? Got a crowd of people circling around as these two guys are going at it in the middle. One of which is the blind old man who is moving extremely too deftly for a man of his age and stature as it is. But not to mention the fact that, well, you suspect he's blind anyway. But it's his turn. So he will attack you again.
And I will dodge.
22 under 90 is a hard success. I think an extreme success would be an 18. Yeah, okay.
Oh my! I got an extreme success 6.
Okay, you dodged.
on my dodge.
You dodged his attack in that second round. So just as you kind of come up, you can peek in. You see Glenn fighting with that blind man, and you see the blind man swing this knife at him again. You also will notice that Glenn is bleeding heavily. He suffered a chest wound of some sort. Yeah. So it's your turn, Glenn.
I will. Are there people around me still?
Yeah, there's lots of people around.
I will say, grab him, and I try to persuade people to grab the blind old man.
Trying to persuade people to get involved in this, this melee.
Yeah, if they can grab his arm and keep him immobilized.
What is your what are you using? Are you going to use
persuade?
Persuade, huh? Okay, I'll allow it. Normally, persuade takes 10 minutes, but go ahead.
Oh, Okay.
I've allowed it before, so go ahead.
Success. 27 out of 35.
Okay, a couple of men rush forward to
I
involve themselves as well. Are you going to do anything else?
If I made that a hard success, would I get more people to help?
Mm, maybe. Let me think about this. Sure.
Okay, I will spend the 10 points.
Okay.
And
So a bunch of people throw themselves into the mix. Are you doing any attacks this round, or
no, I'm going to try to. I'm bleeding.
you're going to try to get
profusely.
away?
No, I'm actually going to stay here, but out of try to be out of his range and try to direct these
Right.
people a bit.
Yeah, continuing to dodge
I
if you
wouldn't.
need to.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad if I would feel very bad if I ran away and people died like this. But
Okay, no problem. So people rush in, start to grab the man, and then he just kind of goes limp and falls to the ground, and the knife hits the ground.
perfect. I at least put my foot on the knife, move it away, and I'm going to pick that up and.
Okay, you pick up the knife, no problem. So, you see all this happen, Spencer. Anything else you want to do?
Rush up to Glenn. My goodness, are you all right?
He's not all right. He's badly wounded.
Oh gosh, come. We have to find a doctor. I start shouting for a doctor.
Okay. What's your luck?
My
Spencer.
luck, or
Spencer.
Oh, you cruel, cruel man. It is 18.
Oh, okay. You're shouting
Yeah.
for a doctor. No problem.
Mhm.
Okay. Ruben, you've got
Yes.
the kerosene. You're back over by the caravan.
What's the status
And
of Gorgo?
Gorgo is staring at your partner, James. He's not even looking your way.
Do I see with my peripheral vision see Ruben coming up on Gordo?
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Let's see here.
Actually, no, don't worry about it. Screw the roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You guys are working in
Then
tandem.
when he
so to
gets
say.
within 8
Not
feet
tandem,
of
but-
Gordo, I'm going to make a distraction on Gordo to keep his attention.
Okay, so you like maybe move the other way to get him to kind of follow you.
Exactly,
So he turns his
yeah.
back to Ruben.
I'll turn my head and look like,
Mhm.
what? Like, what's over here? I'm looking that way, and
Start
to head
walking over
that
there.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Good.
imagining Ruben coming around the right side, so I guess you kind of move left, and
Okay.
Gorgo's eyes follow you, and he kind of he's standing, yeah, so he kind of turns his head and watches you. So now his back is essentially to you, Ruben.
If Gorgo was a regular sort of thug, I'd probably consider running him through from behind. I imagine there's some advantage to that, but I'm not sure that I'd be able to take him out in one hit.
What I would say is, since you're basically catching him from behind with I would have you make a stealth roll just to make sure you don't
Right?
give yourself away at the last second. But if you make a stealth roll, then I'll just give you an automatic critical damage.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Which in the case of your sword cane is what?
It's
What's
a
the damage?
60. Yeah, 60. It's not that high actually. It's just a cane.
Cane sword,
Let me
right?
get down there. I'm looking it up.
so
It's
cane D6
D6
plus
or D8?
yeah, I
The
got
cane
it.
sword.
D6.
This particular one
cane sword.
is a D6.
Okay. Plus your strength.
I don't have strength
damage
modifier.
Okay, so it would just do 6 damage.
Yeah, it's not enough. He's gonna set him on fire. He's gonna splash him with kerosene from behind and light him up.
Wait, no, it's an impaling weapon. Sorry, it would do 6 plus 1d6. That's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, you still don't think it'd be enough to take him out necessarily. So yeah.
Yeah,
fair
I don't
enough.
think so. He's
Okay.
just too
So
big
you're
and
just gonna
strong.
dump oil on him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna splash him with oil and then regardless if he turns around or not, then just torch him.
Okay. So you splash him with oil and he starts to turn like, what the fuck? And then bam, you smash the kerosene lamp in his face.
Sure.
And he goes up like a human torch and starts wailing and screaming and running around like a fucking chicken with his head cut off.
What's the remainder of the fluids? Because if there are, he's going to toss it onto the door of the.
Yeah, there's like half a can or something anyway still.
And then I'm sure there's some flames around. He's going to set that on fire as well.
Okay, so you splash the rest up onto the wagon of Mr. Ferenge's, or the door of Mr. Ferenge's caravan.
And if there's anything left, he'll walk around the outskirts of it and splashing
And
it more
you
and more.
throw the torch up against it, and it's like the oil and the fire just runs right off it back down to the ground. And now the ground is burning, but the caravan is not.
It's not that easy.
Now, while this is happening, well, what are you doing now, James? Now that Gorgo's running around like a human torch. Oops.
Put him out of misery.
I'm watching around. I'm going to kind of be a lookout for Ruben.
He's already
You know,
set
in
one
case-
tent on fire, running around like an idiot.
I mean, in case other people start running towards him. Or
Oh,
anything.
well, you do see other people approaching. Yeah, I'm not going to make you make a roll for it.
Do they look like Tronies or are they
No.
civilians?
Well, hold on. Let me get a full description. I'll tell you. Let me go this way back here because you could have met these guys on the first day of the adventure if you'd followed the clues, but you didn't.
6
so
blind men.
you haven't even met these fuckers yet.
That's pretty much just what I was saying.
Society of Dead Blind
I
Men.
went too far. Hold on. Where's the Robin Hood Bower section? That's where. Yeah, here we go. Okay, and the gentleman here. Yes. Okay. So one is a man who appears to be in his late 20s, green eyes, short dark hair, clean shaven, strong dark arched brows, and a squared jaw, framing his coolly handsome face. His penetrating gaze is locked right on you guys. And he's wearing a smart tweed suit and expensive boots. The two men with him look to be identical twins, tall, strong, dressed also in tweed suits with short beards, broad, expressionless faces, and wearing turbans.
Of course they are.
And they are holding an interesting weapon. A heavy steel ring 4 inches or more across, flattened. The outside edge hammered to a blunt edge rather than left a rolled rounded surface. Yeah. It's called a quat. Or quoit? Quoit. Very interesting. So they are approaching the Black Caravan. They are probably currently about maybe, let's say, 45,
It's not a chakram.
45 feet away. It's something like that, yeah.
40 feet away from me or 40 feet away from Ruben or?
From Ruben, really, because he's right by the caravan.
Well, they look like they're. Do they look like they're going towards him like in an aggressive manner? Aggressive manner?
Aggressive? I don't know about aggressive, but they definitely look focused. Oh, and the other guy, sorry, the one who's not wearing the turban. Where is he here? Hold on a second. Oh no, he's way back there. I went to the wrong one. There we go. Here's David Smith. He's pulling a .38 revolver out of his suit currently. So yes, there's your aggression.
Definitely pulling my revolver out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start firing right at mainly him to begin with. He's the most
Okay.
alpha.
Well, I'll let you fire first because you were watching him approach. You can fire as he's drawing his gun. How many shots are you firing? How many shots can you fire? What's your rate of fire on there?
Yeah, it's that. It wasn't. It was just. Let's see. Yeah, I got 67 in handguns.
Mm-hmm.
We gave him that special revolver.
What's your rate?
Yeah,
What's the
that's
rate
what
of
I thought.
fire?
The big revolver is a 1d10.
Not damage.
I know I'm looking. I didn't get rate of fire. So
It's-
one assumes it's 1.
Okay, we'll go with 1.
I know where it is. I'll find it.
It's usually something like 1 or 2 or 1 or 3.
Right, exactly. But I think this was a custom. I don't know.
So go ahead and give me your first attack roll there, Rob.
I did. I rolled an 84 out of 67, so
Hmm.
I'm probably going to use my luck. And
Okay,
let's see.
17 luck to turn it into a success.
Yep.
Okay, so reduce your luck by 17 and roll damage.
33. Okay. Whoops. Damage roll. Okay, can we not?
1d10 plus 1.
D10 plus 1. D10. Okay, got it. And it's a 6.
Plus 1, 7.
7
Seven,
points of
yeah.
damage. Okay. You shoot, the bullet hits him like right in the midsection, right? But it sounds almost like it hit a wall or like a steel wall, and it just, there's no hole, no blood, nothing. And whose turn is it now? Let's see here. We got 2 different things going on. Okay, we'll go back to the other guys. Glenn and Spencer. Spencer, you want to try to do a first aid? Nobody seems to be rushing forward and saying, I'm a doctor, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I'll try and see what kind of first aid I can do
Go
for him.
ahead. You can make a first aid roll.
Ooh, yeah, I only got the base roll in it, but let's see. I rolled. Oh, damn it.
I mean, you're not going to fix a punctured lung, but you might at least be able to kind of...
You can roll a 1% in medicine.
No, I rolled a 37, so I did not make it.
Stick a
Okay.
finger in it.
No problem. You're trying, but it's too serious of a wound.
If I spend 7 points, I would get to a regular success. Would that do anything for him?
Give him 1 hit point back, yes.
Don't bother. That 1 hit point's not going to help me.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll die by 7.
Right. What are you doing then, Glenn? He's trying to patch you up, not having any success. The wound's too serious. No doctors seem to be rushing forward. And actually, now a melee is breaking out. Well, in this immediate area, and it seems to be spreading. Like people are now because people have been drinking stuff all day, and now you've got a fight going on here.
First thing, I'll clean the dagger off, clean my blood off of it, and I'll hand it to Spencer. Will you take it or no?
Are you hitting me?
One of the daggers.
Oof. I'll take it gingerly.
And I'll try to first aid on myself, at least to stop some of the bleeding or something.
Okay.
If these were reversed, it would have been a 1%, which would have been nice for medicine. But no, it's a 10 for first aid.
10.
Which
medicine
is,
takes an hour anyway to use. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, you just got a success on first aid, so you get 1 hit point back. You managed to kind of stop your bleeding. You're like, oh no, here, hold it here, tie it there, yeah. But you're still, of course, badly wounded. But yeah, you get 1 hit point back. Okay. Over to the other group. I guess we better start going in initiative order. So, once upon a time, I had a sheet of paper with everybody's dexterity written on it, but I don't have it currently. Ruben, you have a high dexterity, don't you?
Indeed. It is an 85.
And what's yours, James?
65.
Okay, 85, 65. What do these guys got here? This guy's would be a 75. These guys would also be 65, 65. And this guy was a 70. Okay. So first would be you, Ruben, with the 85.
So the actual outside of the caravan is not burning, correct?
It is not, no.
What are the options as far as if in theory he wanted to open the door and toss some fire in? Is there something that is manageable to grab hold of? Stick,
Give me a luck roll.
the flag that he had, something like that.
Roll your luck.
I did not use my luck yet, so
You didn't use your luck yet.
Yeah, I was gonna have to spend all that luck, but you decided I
right,
didn't
right,
need
right,
to.
right. Yeah.
So I got a 40, and he has a 43.
Okay.
So it's barely under.
You see a kerosene lamp. It will take you 1 round to get to it and 1 round to get back over here with it to throw it in.
Okay.
Do you want to do that? Yeah.
Yes.
So you run over to where you see this kerosene lamp, grab it. Okay. This guy is on 75. So this is the green-eyed gentleman who's with the 2 turbaned twins. Let me see here. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. No, he's going to stay focused. He's going to try to shoot Ruben. Fires a revolver at you as you run over to the kerosene lamp. Just as you get to the lamp, he shoots his revolver. Okay. Do you want to dodge for cover to try to give him a penalty die on his roll?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Roll a dodge roll. You have to succeed on a dodge roll. If you succeed,
Oh, I don't know if his dodge is that good, but a 29. Let me see what his dodge is.
that's a decent roll.
I know, but I don't think his dodge is that great. Oh, it's a 45. So it's a regular
Success. Okay, so I roll a penalty die. I rolled a 1 on the penalty die. So he still hits you. Damage. 1d10. 3 points of damage. As a
3. It
bullet
is.
maybe punctures like a meaty part of your leg as you dive behind this tent.
Well, that's good because he has particularly meaty legs.
Indeed. Next on initiative. Okay, it's this guy, but before he makes his attack, I want Rob to give me a, what do you call it, spot hidden roll. Or listen. Either one, whichever you're better at. This is just to detect, basically.
Rob rolled a 0-1.
I'm looking it up
Sorry,
right
when I say
now.
Rob, of course, I mean James. James.
Yes.
Spot hidden is. Damn it, it's on the other side over here. All right. It's up here. Sorry, everything kind of got started moving around on me, so it's taking me a while to get to the
No worries.
page.
Or you can roll your percentile too if you want.
I failed by about 5, but I could use my. Oh no, I failed. Yeah, I failed 14. I don't think I want to spend it on that. So
No?
no.
Okay. So then, I'm just going to roll a straight up attack here. You're not going to get a chance to dodge or fight back because you don't see it coming. He's coming up behind you. Yes, you get stabbed in the back for, let me double check that. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, I rolled really shit. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
As you get stabbed in the back. Is that a major wound? What's your total hit points?
It looks right here. Total hit point. I gotta find them again. That'd be at the top, right, with the rest of the character stuff.
Sort of, or like just underneath that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Left side.
Got sanity. Magic
Left of
point.
that.
Below that.
Left of that. Left of sanity, I think, is HP.
Left of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? And then okay, hit points. I got it. Yeah, 9.
Oh, so it is a major wound. Okay.
Yep.
We'll call it broken ribs. So you have broken ribs. Roll a Constitution roll, please. as the knife penetrates from the back and punctures through, breaks a couple of your ribs.
30. And I rolled a 90 and I have a 30 constitution.
Whew. Do you have enough luck
Yeah.
to make that a success?
What's that?
Do you have 60 points of luck?
Nope.
Then
I
you
have about
go
30.
you go down.
Okay.
You lose consciousness from the trauma of the wound as another blind man is behind you, now standing over you with a knife. Next in initiative, oh, it's these two guys. Of course, Ruben has cover, so they'll have penalty dice. They can still attempt to throw their chakram-like quats at him. So let's see. First guy.
You got to be quatting me.
I rolled a 16 or an 06, so I guess it's going to be the 16 with the penalty die. Man, that's 1 point off of a fucking critical success. Lucky you, because I don't spend luck points for NPCs. So, damage is 3 points, Ruben, as one of those things flies around and kind of hits off of like your elbow or your shoulder or something. The other guys throw
Meaty
completely.
leg.
The other guys throw just misses, hits the tent.
All right.
Those don't return, right? No, they just throw them, and yeah, then they need more, if I recall correctly.
Ruben, when you're hiding, you're not supposed to stick your legs out. You're supposed to
They're meaty.
hide those.
Can't help it.
Yeah. You need a bigger barrel or to hide or something. To hide
Did I
behind.
skip somebody's turn? I skipped Ruben, didn't I? No, Ruben went first. Oh, yeah, I skipped James because it would have been his turn, but he's down. That's right. I knew I missed somebody, but I didn't technically. Yeah, the quads. No, they don't return. Right? Yeah, it's just made for throwing. Cool. Oh, they can throw 2 per combat round. Well, I'm just gonna say they only had 1 in their hand. So, okay, we go to the top of the initiative. First, Spencer and Glenn. Glenn, you've managed to now stop your bleeding. Spencer assisted. What are you gonna do now? It's huge, like pretty much the entire fun fair now is turning into a riot as there's fighting going on everywhere. You see locals fighting locals, locals fighting against gypsy folk. You see, yeah.
Now, do I see?
You also hear gunshots. You've heard a couple of gunshots now, right? So
Yes. Do I see those 3 individuals?
no, you'd have to move over to their location because you guys went off
Right.
to the side, and there's people all over the place fighting and brawling. And
Right. I'm gonna make my way.
so you're
That way.
going to go over that direction. Let me see. The way
Yes.
you went was that way. They came from there. Okay, so you'll be basically walking up, kind of right between them and the caravan, basically them and the black caravan.
Oh, I would like to get behind them. Those 3
Yeah,
individuals.
you don't know those 3 individuals are there, so.
Yeah. Well, no. Once I see them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Spencer, you going with him or?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow now.
Okay, so you go along with him.
He's wounded.
Okay. Yes. And then you guys see, you see the caravan there. You see the ground burning a little bit underneath the caravan. You see James lying on the ground on his face with a blind man holding one of those triangular blades above him. Looks like it's about ready to go in for another blow. And you don't see Ruben at the moment because he ran over to that tent and he's kind of hiding behind it. Although you might notice that the 3 gentlemen, the one guy in the tweed suit and his 2 turbaned bodyguards, are facing a tent, and he's pointing his 38 in that direction as well. So we go to the top of the order. First to go is Ruben.
All right. So I've been shot, been slashed. I have no idea what's going on with James.
Nope.
The realistic
You
thing
know
is
that
that
he didn't fire a second time.
right. The chances of me getting up, making it across this area and lighting this up as I wanted to is not going to work. So you're saying I'm next to a tent? I'm at the tent?
Yeah, you're at a tent. You're at a tent. It's well, the person who runs the tent, who's now currently involved in a fist fight, um, we'll say this was a like a jewelry selling kind of tent. There's a bunch of cheap ass fucking fake jewelry and shit there as well. Probably you could help yourself to if you wish. So that's
No, I
whose
was thinking
kerosene lamp you've grabbed.
more along the lines of setting up a distraction to beat feet.
But if you want, like I said, it's only one round. You can rush over right now and throw that into the caravan.
Well, I'd have to rush over and I have to open the caravan.
Yes, I'm saying I'd let you rush over, open the thing, and throw the lamp in.
Oh, I'm sure you'd let me do it because it won't burn, you bastard.
Of course, then the other guys will get attacks on you too. But after you do so, but you act first. What do you want to do?
Ruben is going to the Yukon.
Okay,
He's
so
going
you're
to
gonna
look
try to get the fuck out of Dodge without being seen.
whatever his best option is. If he has to torch the tent as a
That
distraction,
probably helps, yeah. To
and
set the
then
tent alight,
cut through it, maybe cut through it and set on fire and run the other way.
start running through the crowd.
Trying to avoid the crowd as much as possible so that
Oh.
blind men hiding in crowds
I see.
won't
Well,
stab you.
it's a tough call, isn't it?
It is.
Well, right now, anyway, you're in the middle of the fun fair, so you're gonna have to go through a crowd somehow.
Yeah, no, obviously. So,
But yeah, you're trying to avoid the larger groups. I understand.
right. He'll do his best, try to keep his back to other people's backs
Looking
if
out for
possible.
blind men. Okay. Give me. Let's call it a stealth roll with advantage with a bonus die.
Stand
I'm
by.
giving you a bonus die for having set the tent alight behind you as you rush off.
A
Just-
0
Just to see
and
if
an
they
8.
actually notice where you went.
So I'm going to take the 0
I mean, it sounds like you got an extreme success.
and a 3. What was the skill?
Stealth. You got an extreme
Oh,
success.
well, yeah, I got a string success.
Okay. Yeah. You
I think. Hold on.
duck. You dodge. You run out.
Yeah, a 10 is extreme.
And no more shots ring out. Nobody throws any more chakrams at you. So you think you got away without being seen. Next to go would be David Smith, the well-dressed gentleman with the green eyes. What's he gonna do? Yeah, you know what? He's gonna fire his pistol anyway, even though you're not there anymore. He thinks you still are, so he shoots his pistol into the burning tent. The other two guys then start moving towards the tent, and they pull out knives, different type of knives, I think. I don't think they use the same knives. Let me go check this real quick. Their stats, the Don twins. Where are they? There we go. Yeah, they're large knives. They're called Chris
knives, the
Chris
wavy.
knives. Oh, those are the big wavy blade, yeah?
Yeah, the big wavy blades.
Yeah, they each draw those and start moving towards the tent that their companion is firing into. Actually, I should have asked first. What's your dexterity, Glenn and Spencer?
50 each.
50. You're
We're
both
both
50s?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're both 50.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just want to make sure they go first. The blind man drops down on top of James. Knife down. One more time. Pulls it up. Arterial blood spraying everywhere.
Ugh,
Oh,
poor James.
That one
Sorry,
would have
James.
done 12 points of damage. That would have finished the job,
Yikes.
but yeah. And then it's your turn, Ruben and Glenn, or sorry, Spencer and Glenn. You can.
We don't see anyone. Well, we see James, but
You see James
I think
with a
you-
zombie
that's
on
it,
top of
yeah.
him, stabbing him.
Yeah, and we don't see. And this place is just turning into a.
Oh, it's
so we,
crazy.
So we, so we see
it's a
those
massive
three.
melee, hundreds of people brawling and screaming and running and fighting.
And it's probably safe to say we don't know those three, if they're good or bad. If they're shooting, we don't know that they're shooting Ruben.
That's true. You did not see
Yeah,
Ruben.
as much as I want to, I can't. No, I don't think he's seen any of that. So
Well, the caravan's still there. The dark caravan. It's not on fire like Ruben said he was going to do. So
yeah, but there's that guy there. I can't that zombie. Uh, I I tapped Spencer's arm and I said, I think we've done all we can do. And yeah,
Okay.
are you gonna join me? Like as I said, I think we should leave. What
I agree.
All right. You guys leave.
Look at before I do that, Joel. Just look to see if I can see anything inside the cabin through the open door.
Well, the caravan's not
The
open.
caravan's not open. The door's closed.
Oh, I thought the door was open.
No, it's closed.
He didn't make it there.
Do you want to go up, take a peek? Go
Oh
open the
no,
door?
I thought the door was open.
Just stroll on up.
Do you want to just walk
No.
on up, take a peek inside?
No,
The
no, I
bodyguard's
thought the
dead.
door was open. If the door's not open and I can't see inside, then
Fair enough.
If that zombie
There,
was
there
in
are
there,
no windows. It's totally windowless.
if that zombie was in there, I might have done something because I don't know what those three men, if what their intentions are. So
Right.
yeah. So, but that zombie's there. I can't
Okay.
take another.
While
hit.
you guys are discussing this, the zombie stands up. Ooh. And locks eyes on you, Glenn, and starts moving in your direction.
And I'm gone. I'm pulling Spencer with me.
Start running.
yeah, run.
Let's see here. These guys don't have a speed stat, do they? No. What's your constitution, Glenn?
70.
70? Okay.
I'm a big boy. Not
Cool.
as big
And
as.
what's yours, Spencer?
What-
Mine's 80.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Spencer's a health nut.
You guys can outrun this. Well, I mean, it is a zombie in fairness, although it's a preternaturally strong and dexterous zombie. But yeah, so you guys start running. It does pursue you. It starts to chase you. Probably for several seconds of frantic rushing through the crowds, bumping into people, knocking people over, moving, and eventually you lose it as you're kind of getting towards the edge of the fendambulum of fun.
I don't think it was that fun.
I'll
And
immediately look for a cab that I can have.
the sun is, the sky is kind of twilight at this point. The sun, I mean, it's just about sunset. Looking for a cab.
Just start.
Oh, make sure it has a number on it.
Oh, I'm just looking for a cab right now.
Well, you don't see any cabs here at the moment. You get the feeling like either they've all been taken or they've split. Since
Is there
the
anyone?
Fandambulum is on fire and people are screaming and everything.
Is there anybody?
There
with
are
a...
police approaching.
Okay. Do I see anybody else with like a private carriage or something?
Yeah, sure.
Try and wave one down. Good sir, please assist. My friend has been injured.
Give me a charm roll.
Sure.
You're not looking for a date?
89.
Whoa.
Yeah, I rolled terrible.
I'm bleeding out. Yeah, help my friend. No.
He's just trying to get his family to safety. He slaps the horses and goes faster, splashing mud on you as they run by.
Sure. Look for another wagon, then. Try again.
What's your luck?
It is now. Oh, it's 18.
18? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that was the only one you saw. However, there are more wagons coming up from the other direction as the police are arriving.
Okay.
Looks like the police are arriving in force because the fun fair is on fire. So.
Right.
They
Please,
tend to not get involved in these things for the most part, unless it gets completely out of control. So. But,
right.
So they're
The
coming
gunshots going off. I think that might be it.
Yeah. They definitely seem to be rushing in to try to stop the fighting. But if you flag one down because your friend is injured,
yeah,
they'll definitely immediately. Let's see. Chances. Yeah. One of them will come over immediately, start checking him out. Realize that he's badly wounded, but he doesn't look like he's dying necessarily. So they, They say, well, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people will have to be transported once this is broken up. So if you want, just you can sit in one of our wagons over here.
Please. I'll help Glenn over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to stay in town tonight.
I don't know that you're in any condition to go anywhere. We need to get you to a hospital or something.
Out of curiosity, where are we again? What's it called? The town?
You're in
Newbury?
Newbury. Yeah.
NEW?
Newbury.
I just want to see where it is on the map and where I'm planning on going.
Oh, okay.
I know where my character wants to go.
Right. Okay.
I gotta see. Oh, that's. I didn't specify a town. I specified Wales, which is.
Ah,
Where Truro is. That's Wales, isn't? Oh, no, Wales is further up.
Truro is
There
in
we go.
Cornwall, but yeah.
Oh,
if I recall
Wales,
correctly.
Swansea, Cardiff. Cardiff sounds interesting. I'll see if Torchwood is there. I don't know what time they started. We could use their help. Newport. Yeah, so it's gonna take a bit of a.
How are you planning to get there?
Well, I know. Well, that's where I'm planning on going. I don't know if it's gonna. Might not make it right now.
Gotcha. Okay. So in the meantime,
Yep.
for right now, you're sitting in the police wagon. What would they give you? Water? Would they give you something stronger?
Well,
Maybe they
they
give you
have
brandy.
water.
Brandy, maybe.
Brandy.
I don't even
Yeah,
know.
Like
I
it.
doubt.
Yeah,
I
they probably
doubt
give
they
you some
have
brandy.
water.
They probably give you some
Shot of
brandy.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Probably some brandy. Are you in there with him too, Spencer? Yeah, chilling.
Gin, probably, huh?
Well, I'll be kind of like just wandering around outside, anxiously looking for anyone else or for Ruben.
Okay.
Watch
You
what's
can
going
see,
on.
like after a few minutes, some of the police are now taking wounded people out. While the majority of them are in there.
Jesus
Actually, probably not even
Christ.
police. It's probably mostly like
Fair pack.
volunteers that are bringing out wounded towards the police kind of wagons and stuff. Give me a spot hidden, Spencer.
Would I be able
Alright,
to
let's
as
see
well, or
here.
no?
No, you're in the wagon drinking brandy.
I failed. I rolled a 66.
You rolled 66. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right. So the wagon you're in, anyway, Glenn, the kind of little flap, whatever, gets kind of pulled to the side, and you see some people helping wounded people, and other people are starting to climb in as well. Now you can give me a spot hidden roll.
Failed by 13.
Okay, cool. Ruben, where are you going, by the way? Once you beat
Back.
feet. John?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Yeah. So what's Ruben's plan?
My dogs were freaking out outside. Ruben is, if he's able to get out of the
You get out of
caravan
the fun fair, no problem.
without being stabbed and such, he's going to lament for this situation. Is there any way to look back and see if any of the fellows made it out?
Okay, you going over to where the police wagons are?
Not necessarily. I was just saying, I don't know that they're in the police wagons. I was saying, is there any way to look back in a safe way to see?
No, there's too many people. There's too much stuff going on.
Yeah, too much
Hundreds of
pandemonium.
people. Yeah. You definitely can see the police have arrived.
The only thing that he knows, that we all know, is the train station where we arrived.
Okay. So you head for that.
And this location. And this location is ruined. So I'm going to go to the train station.
Okay.
Do we not have a hotel here?
We did not do anything like that. We went straight here.
Where did we? We didn't bring our stuff with us.
You have other stuff with you.
Because weren't we at another hotel just before this?
Oh, you had a bunch of equipment, a bunch of
luggage
stuff,
so
didn't you?
We left it at.
You might have left it at the train station. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at this train station, and
they can hold bags and stuff. So
sure.
Yep. Okay, so you get back to the train station. It's still open. You can get your bags and stuff. There's no more trains till tomorrow.
Well, tell them about the horror of the fire at the Vandamulum. So
Oh my goodness, sounds horrible.
that is terrible. My friends, this is the only place we knew, so I'm gonna wait here and hopefully they show up.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the station is technically open all night. Just there won't be any more trains till the morning, so feel free to rest, have a seat. If you want to sleep on one of the benches or whatever, I won't bother you. You're not a vagrant or anything.
He's going to take a position that keeps his side and back covered and keep an eye out for any approach. So whatever the best position that would be, so that sneaky little freakos don't
Okay.
come up behind him with the stabby.
Back to the police wagon as the injured people are pouring in, Glenn. One of them is a blind man, and he's going to try to stab you.
Oh, for the... I am going to...
It's definitely a different blind man.
Oh, good.
Dressed slightly differently. Same dark glasses, but...
Can I... Oh, this is going to hurt. No, I can't. I'm not good at that.
You can dodge or fight back.
Yeah. I will use physics to...
No.
I would like to engineer...
Practice Aikido or something?
Yeah, physics. I'd like to do Aikido using physics. Oh, boy.
Click your heels together.
I will... I can't even jump. I think dodging is the best thing I can do.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
I rolled well. What was I rolling in dodge? I'm 1 off from an extreme.
So spend the luck.
I will spend 1 luck.
Okay, you dodge the attack.
And I yell for the police, and I try to...
They're in the fun fair, fighting the mob, trying to break up the melee. You shout for the police, okay, and other people freak out, like, what the hell's going on? And they start pushing up against the sides of the wagon, whatever, trying to get the fuck out of the way of this bad man swinging a knife. Spencer, you would definitely hear shouting going on. You hear Glenn shouting for the police from inside the police wagon.
Goodness, what? And I'll run over.
A bunch of voices. There's a bunch of commotion in there.
I'll run over, try and see what's going on.
Okay, it's your action, Glenn.
Stab him. Oh, I was going to say stab him in the back. Great. I try to grab him and say, "Everyone, help me." I know they're injured, but still.
Okay, so you're going to try to grapple him?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to try to fight back. Roll.
And what is a grapple?
Brawl.
Oh. Yeah, but can I ask you for help if I can get help from others?
Oof. Jeez.
There's more of us than him. If not, I have to attack because my brawl is not Loyal's kind of brawl.
Right. What's your persuade?
35.
Roll it.
30.
30? Okay. You can convince like a couple of guys who might try to help you. Yep.
I'm trying to immobilize the dagger arm, the dagger in particular, that arm.
Right. Oh, they're not helping you this round. They're going to help you next round. You're persuading them this round.
Oh, well, all right, fine.
Let's see. So that brings us to the top of the order. Yeah. So Spencer, you got there. You see what's going on in there. The blind man will attempt to stab Glenn one more time. Dodging or fighting back, Glenn?
I don't have enough points. I don't think so.
Dodging or fighting back is just an action.
Oh, it was dodging, but yeah, I don't know if I have enough points.
Oh, what did you roll?
74 out of 50.
You only need a regular success, because I have a regular success.
So I have to go
to 50. Yes,
24 luck. I have 27.
Okay. You have 3 now.
Don't die with luck.
Right.
I'm going to die without luck.
Okay. So you have 3 luck now, and you dodge another attack from the blind man. Okay. You can now try to grapple him with the assistance of these others.
So how does
Yes.
that work?
I'll let you roll a bonus die.
All right.
I'll let you
still
roll
only
2
got-
bonus die because you got 2 people helping you.
Yeah, I got 2 different color die.
Of course, this guy's gonna fight back.
I rolled 86, but I have other die. Those are my regular die.
Did you roll your 2?
Yeah, I
bonus
rolled
dice
the
yet?
other 2 dice. I rolled a 3 and a 9, so I guess
So it's a
30.
36.
Yeah, which is still not enough. It doesn't matter. I
Yeah,
have a 25.
because he's fighting back, so he needs to beat your thing, right? Yeah, you'd need to make it an extreme success though.
So there was no way I was
Okay.
going to do this. Okay.
So you tried. Well, there was a way if you didn't roll a
Yeah.
36. If you rolled like a 16 or a 6 or something, maybe. Um,
Well, if I was going to roll a 6, I might as well roll a 5 to get extreme. Yeah.
I rolled a 2 on the fight back, so
Yeah. Oh.
that does. So you get stabbed again. This time, wow, I keep rolling so
Oh no,
bad.
isn't it Spencer's turn? Spencer's turn, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be Spencer's turn, but this guy's fighting back on your turn.
Oh,
so
it's fighting back. Okay.
4
Well, then I
plus 2.
proceed to
You
die.
take 6 points of damage.
And I have 7 hit points.
Okay, you still have 1 left.
Good thing I healed myself.
Mm-hmm. You have 1 hit point left. That's funny. That 1 hit point did come into play. And now it's Spencer's turn. So Spencer, you see Glenn and these other 2 men trying to restrain this guy, but he's just swinging wildly and tossing people off. As they try to grab him, he's pushing them aside, and he stabs Glenn a second time.
Oh gosh,
Well,
leap on his
first time
back.
this time around. This is a different guy.
I leap on his back. No.
Okay, you jump in. Cool. Give me a brawl roll.
You have a nice dagger.
He will try to fight back against you as well, but he gets a penalty die because he's already.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, he's facing forward. You're on his
Okay.
back, so.
I have a normal success.
I have a normal success.
He was fighting back, so you win. So you jump
Right.
on him, and he tries to stab you, and you pin his arm down. And you pin him. Well, you don't pin him down, but you jump on him. At the moment, you have him grappled.
Help!
Goes
Help!
back to the top of the order. He is the top of the order, so he will try to break your grapple with his strength.
Oh,
So you.
But there are 2 guys
I
there.
am not the strongest.
You can roll strength or brawl.
It's not that big of a difference.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm stronger. A lot stronger.
Okay, what do I have here? What is 17 times 5? 85? Okay.
Yeah, no, I failed my roll by a lot.
Well, I failed my roll as well. So we both failed. So he's unable to break free of your grapple this round.
Oh,
And yeah, what do you guys want to do? Glenn?
Oh, let's gang up on him. And you 2, help me. Grab him. You grab that arm.
Just
I'll
jumping
grab
on,
this.
just like everybody pinning
Yeah.
him down. Okay. He goes limp.
I'm trying to immobilize.
He goes
Okay.
limp, but the blade just falls onto the wagon floor. Tunk.
I grab that blade away, and I'm gonna. I may
People are
collect
like,
the other
what
one.
what's going on?
If we survive this, I'm grabbing the other blade. I'm keeping them as souvenirs.
People are freaking out, like, what's going on? Why is that man trying to kill you?
Actually, because I don't know how it works, I'm going. Even though I'm at 1 hit point, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, I guess I'm bleeding. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna remove the body off of the, throw
Pull
it
it
to
out of
the
the wagon?
ground. Yeah,
Okay.
on it to jump back up,
Okay. Toss it out onto the ground.
and I'm gonna do a first aid check on me so I'm not bleeding. Or does,
oh wait, the
I
guy's
think you can only do that once a day.
he's dead.
Oh. They go after a while. They just, if they're immobilized, they go limp, and
Oh,
they die again.
I'll say it was a second wound, so you can go ahead and make a first aid check. Yeah,
I'm not trying to.
he seems now. Well, limp is probably an inappropriate word. He goes stiff is more appropriate actually, because now that I think about it, he would definitely have rigor mortis
Just like
and all that.
insta rigor mortis.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just think limp
see,
when somebody stops struggling back, but you're right. Yeah.
As long as the failure isn't a hit point, then I'm good.
No, it's not a hit point. No, you just don't get a point back.
I'm not that bad.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I actually say to Spencer, I say, you know what? I think it's I'm ready to go. You give me a hand.
of course, of course. But where?
Let's that way for now, and then I'll tell you.
Okay.
All right, I'll start helping him along.
All right. You start helping him along. Let's see.
Essentially, I'm going to the I want to leave, so I'm going to the
To train station.
train station. Whether or not if I have to stay or not, that's beside the point. I'm going there away from this area.
Okay. Ruben, so you're like
Yes.
you laying on this bench, right?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope.
You're like leaning up against a wall or something.
Yep.
Then, yeah.
Back. Yeah. Exactly. Back to.
Okay. 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 And keeping a sharp eye out. No
Indeed.
problem. No problem. You see somebody walks out onto the train platform and starts walking in your direction.
Of course. Kane ready.
Hmm?
Who is it?
Looks to be a blind man. He's
He
walking
raps on the
towards
window.
you with
He raps
purpose.
on the window, and Ruben says, "That's the guy that started the fire at the fun park."
What?
Yes, that guy.
All the police are there.
Come, help me.
There's no train
We'll
security here.
subdue him.
Okay, he starts walking alongside you. You walk
He's going
towards
to
this
let him
blind
take it.
man. He's walking in your
he's-
direction.
He's going to let him take a step ahead of him.
Okay. Wait, he's got a knife. He steps back.
It's okay. How close is he?
At this point, let's say 60 feet.
Oh, 60 feet.
Yeah, it's 20 yards.
Well, then Ruben's going to fire.
Okay. So
Draw his
you
pistol and fire. Hold
draw your
on.
pistol, fire, go for it.
I believe we said there were 3 rounds, or you could do 1 or 3.
Yeah.
And
Um,
if you do the 3, what's the deal? You go with the disadvantage dice? Is
yeah,
that how
you
that
have a
works?
penalty die on every shot.
All 3 shots?
Yes.
Well, that
Because you're not
blows.
taking as much time to aim and steady and
Firearms. It's very dramatic. That's what he's going to do. All right, for the first one, here's the 2 dice. A 3 and an 8. So that's a miss. Second one
80 something. Yep.
is a 0 and a 9. So it's a 0, 8, and hit. That is a critical success.
It's a penalty die,
Yeah,
so it's a 98.
No. It was a 0. Oh, it's a penalty die. He's got to take the high one or
Yeah.
the low one, right? The high one, right?
The worst
Yeah.
result, yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss. All right,
Mhm.
stand by. Sorry. Oh, fuck. I was excited for a second. A 1 and a 1. All right, so there's a chance. Here we go. So it is a something 14.
14.
So it's not a critical. It's not a critical. It's a hard success.
Hard success. Okay.
A 22 is what he needed for a hard success.
Got it.
Hell, you know what?
Wait, you
There's
rolled
no
a
point.
1-1 and then a
success,
4.
Hard success doesn't help.
That 1-1-4 would have been a 41, right? Not a 4.
No, a 1 and a 1 would be a 1, and then a 4 is a 14.
Yeah. John rolls it differently. He rolls his 2 10s first, and then
I roll my
discards-
roll my 10s first.
Oh, okay.
I knew what you're doing.
Anyway, if I did 5 points, I would have a crit. No, I wouldn't. Never mind.
You need
Yeah,
extreme
I did. I have
success.
14.
Extreme
5
success.
points. I will do a 5 points.
Spending 5 points to get it down to a 9.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
doing it
so
right
you have
now.
45 in the skill normally, yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
correct.
Okay, so you spend 5 luck, you get extreme
I mean, I'm
success.
taking my luck off. Hold on.
What's the damage? 1d10 plus
1.
1. Okay, so it does 11 plus a d10 plus 1.
All right, so let me take these points off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got it. Sorry, I was making an adjustment on my thing here.
No problem. I
D10,
understand.
D10
You
plus
need
12.
you need a D10 plus 1.
Mhm.
12.
I'm sorry.
What's it? Plus 12, isn't it?
No, it's a
You said-
D10 plus 1
You said,
plus
you said
11.
10.
Oh, okay,
Right,
yeah,
so-
D10 plus 12. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
All right, so that's his 6 plus the
Simplify
1
my
or not?
math, motherfucker.
So it's a 7 plus 12. You said
18 total.
19. 7 plus 12 is 19.
19. Yeah, 19.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. You shoot him right in the face. His head explodes practically. Especially since it's mostly freaking hollow and rotted out. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much what happens. And
Oh my God! Let's go check him out.
drops down to the ground, drops down to his knees and falls. Well, I would say face first. Doesn't really have a face anymore, but yeah, falls on its chest.
And then when I get there, I'm gonna help console this man and let him know that, and identify with him and say, oh my God, I don't even think he was alive. What kind of horror is this? There's no blood. There's nothing.
He's freaking the hell out. He knows the police are all busy, but he doesn't care. He's running to the police station. He's got to get a constable.
So now you're left alone.
Great.
At least you have a dagger, another dagger now.
No,
So
that dagger's staying exactly where it was.
Spencer and Glenn, you guys were approaching the train station, right? You hear a gunshot
Oh no!
coming from the train station.
All right, I'm gonna head this way. And I point back. No. Oh boy. So we're gonna bring a knife and a wrench to another gunfight. I'll limp my hand. No.
Just one single gunshot. And no further.
Okay, well, you know what? They don't have guns. Those zombies don't. So maybe it's a good thing. I don't.
Let's take a look.
All right.
I'll let Glenn go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm not much of a meat shield right now.
There's not much meat left on that shield.
Nope.
All right, you
All
guys
right.
get to the train station. You find Ruben there with the dead body of a zombie, which is missing most of its head.
So good to see you, gentlemen. Where's James?
Is nowhere to be seen.
Will not be joining us.
Yeah. And I'm gonna collapse on a bench furthest away, like the best location. That's I can see my death coming at me.
Mm.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you see, I'm like
Let-
bandaged up and barely hanging on.
He's got two.
Is it worth trying the first aid on him or no?
No, you can't. He's already done it. So
Medicine? No.
you want to spend an hour trying to do surgery?
What else are we gonna do?
Yeah, I'm going to commit. I'll do it.
You don't have any proper tools for it, so I'm gonna give you a penalty die.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you know what? My engineering tools might double. No. For this day and age, it might be the same tools.
No, it's just going to realize that it'd probably open up the wound and make it worse.
Okay.
What was the thought?
Police will eventually arrive here about. Oh, it's going to be a couple hours before the police arrive here, actually, now that I think of it. So, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we're waiting.
Break out my names. Have them ready.
You said how long until the police might show up?
A couple of hours.
Inspector
Oh.
Cleveland.
Because they're
and
dealing with the riot, essentially, going on at the Fandangle
Right.
and the Fun.
Now, Inspector Cleveland and Detective Sergeant Craig, they were with Scotland Yard or they were with the police department?
They are with
Proper.
Scotland Yard.
Yeah, okay. That's the names that
Back
I
in
will have prepared.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna take a nap. Let me know if you
Sure.
need me.
Okay. You guys look like vagrants just invading this train station, the three of you. Okay. Police arrive. They see the body of the dead zombie.
With the knife. I did not take the knife.
they're going to take your statements, but having identified yourself, your word is good, and they believe you're, they don't believe that you just murdered this man anyway. They believe you were
There's
acting in
no blood.
self-defense. Yeah, exactly. The body is quite weird, so they will totally. You're not under any suspicion.
I'm gonna mention something about the black caravan. Something you should check that thing out. There's something wrong inside of there. That's where all those men with the weapons came from.
That and then there's the terrible rumors we heard
Oh
before
no
coming here.
no! I've just come from there.
And what?
I spoke with Mr. French after we got the situation under control. Everything is fine now.
Of course, you spoke with him.
Of course it is. Well, very good. Well, then everything is secured, and we will be on our way and won't be a bother to anyone.
You getting a train first thing in the morning?
Puh. If there's not an earlier one. One of those little clacky clack ones come
Okay,
down there.
I'll build a train while we're waiting.
What are
No,
those? What are those manual cars that the guys?
Yeah, one of the little manual cars.
You know. No. The sun rises, and you're still alive. There are trains in the morning. Where do you want to go?
Anywhere but here. Where's
Okay.
the train going? Wherever the first train's going, that's where we're going.
Okay. My main reason I wanted to ask is, are you going to go back to London, or are you planning to go elsewhere? Because most of the trains probably do go towards London, in fairness.
Indeed. So, gentlemen, this isn't going to end. So my plan is to go straight to Scotland Yard, pass the information that we've got, let them deal with it, and batten down the hatches or get out of town. Though I don't see another option.
Well, I'm not going to say it was fun to have known you, but take care, and I'm going to head somewhere else myself.
Good luck with your engineering.
I'm just more worried about staying alive right now.
Back to America, Mister. You're from America too, weren't you, Glenn?
You
studied there.
Yeah. No, I'm headed
there.
to Wales.
That's right. You studied there. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you go to Wales. Okay.
My sister married someone there, and my mother's there too. So I'm gonna move in with them for now.
Mr. Tillman.
Sure, get them killed.
well, I'm not telling anybody where I'm going, and I'm gonna make sure how much is a ticket?
Oh, I don't know. Don't worry about it. We're not going to fret over.
Oh no,
minutia.
I'm paying extra. Like I'm not taking a trip.
Okay.
You've seen me, and I'm gonna head multiple locations and keep bouncing around before I head to where my family is, and I'm retiring early.
Okay. Spencer Tillman, where are you gonna? What's your plan?
Guess I'll head back home to my flat in London, or get a flat because I probably didn't have one.
Okay.
Get back.
Hey, you were
I'll go
saying
back to
at the
London.
agency.
Yeah, I guess I'll go back there for now.
Okay.
That's where all my stuff is.
And Ruben.
Well,
You take a train back to London so then you can get or if you don't want to go back to London, you could go probably west. You could probably go out Wales way as well. I assume they had ships running at that point in time still. You could head to Ireland or to the continent. Hell, even to America, onwards to America, whatever. Once you get to a port. What do you think?
Well, you head to Scotland Yard first, I guess you said.
Yeah, I'm going.
You
I'm going.
are going to London. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to London and going straight to Scotland Yard.
So the morning paper is available on the train. very sensationalist, very sensationalist. I don't know if sensationalist is the right word, but yeah, a very big headline. 2 killed in Soho arson attack. 33 Golden Square Hudson and Brand agency burnt to the ground.
Oh, Markham and Mrs. What's her name?
Yep.
Actually, it would have been Markham and his cousin, or nephew,
Oh,
or whatever it was.
okay.
But yeah, Mrs. Levi doesn't work on Sundays. And
Fortunately.
it's now Monday morning.
Well, that sucks. He's still going to go to Scotland Yard.
Okay. Let's see here. Yep, no problem. You managed to make it to Scotland Yard without any sight of any blind men. You don't get attacked in any taxi cabs. You go to Scotland Yard. You want to talk to Inspector Cleveland, I presume? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. He is very glad to see that you're okay. Have you heard the news?
I did. Have you heard the news? And he's going to go through what happened with
In Newbury?
with the fire and all the rest of it.
He's like,
More
"No."
blind men, more stabbing.
He's like, no, I have not been made aware of those details yet, but I imagine I
One
will be hearing about it very soon.
one specifically attacked me at the train station. I shot him and his head exploded into dust. No blood, no brains, nothing.
Beginning to think we may have bitten off more than we can chew with this case.
Yes, sir. I do believe you are correct.
Do you have any idea who these people are?
He's going to give him all the, if he did not share the Nestor Ferenz information, because I don't think he did, because I don't think he had made that connection at the time. He's going to pass along the famous fantabulism of fun, Nestor Ferenz, the book, the whole deal, and that there's something that the police there spoke to him and said that everything was calm and good. So there's something terrible with this individual. You can't talk to him. There's just
You're going to turn Inspector Cleveland into a Mythos investigator yet, aren't you?
yep. And the best. There's no way to. He's like a Fu Manchu type of character. There's no way you would be able to speak to him and get a straight answer. But he's the actual culprit. His people, the knife. His people in the caravan were all using those knives. There were half a dozen of those blind men at the caravan. And there were other exotics that were there. It was
3.
he
I
said
guess I embellished it a bit.
he said half a dozen.
Okay, just saying.
Oh, I'm sure there were more.
Well, he only saw 2. Well, 1. You only saw 1.
Listen. You're hiding under your auntie's skirts,
Oh, I know.
and the other guy's hiding under his
I
auntie's
understand.
skirts.
You're embellishing the story. Fair enough.
So
Actually, there were 4. I took out 2. One took on. Oh, we don't know if it's the same one that took Ruben and James.
there were 6, says the only person making the report.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they had more of those exotic knives, and it cannot be a coincidence, but I don't know what to do at this point because the police already spoke to them and they walked away almost enchanted, as it were, as if they came away from a burning caravan saying that there was no problems, that everything was good, and that everything was happy in the world. So there's something seriously wrong. And now that now that Hudson and Brand has been burned down, I guess I'm retiring. Is there any more information I can offer you before I leave?
Retiring? You mean like fleeing?
Is there another option?
I don't know. I mean, I can't blame you.
Are you asking me to stay?
Well, if you are leaving and you want nothing more to do with this, I'm not entirely sure that I want anything more to do with it either.
Let's just be clear here. This wasn't an investigation that I got myself too deep into. We were on vacation and this just fell into our laps. So I don't even have a point of reference to start. I did all that I could do and it just got worse. They appeared out of nowhere trying to kill us for reasons we don't understand. I don't even have a point of reference to start.
I understand. Well, listen, you got to do what best you can do for yourself. I mean, if there's any more information you can think of course, please let me know. But oh, we did pick up one of those cab drivers. He's
Red beard.
yeah, he was in the area when your place went alight. We are currently questioning him as a potential suspect, although I don't think there's enough evidence really to put it on him. So far, from what I gathered, he seems to be a member of a Fenian gang that used to be pretty prominent in Limehouse.
What was the word you said?
Fenian, Irish rebels.
All right. Right. Gotcha. Well, Inspector, I guess the only thing I would have to offer left is if I am definitely leaving, not to burn bridges, but I had established a relationship with Namdek.
Oh,
I guess I can pass along all information I had with him. He was my insider to that exotic culture and underworld, and sometimes I had to get information from him.
oh, it looks like there's about to be a gang war between Namdak's people and the Irish. They're supposedly being led by some woman of an anonymous nature. Just call her the lady.
Good Lord. Do you?
But listen,
do you want to know about the lady?
what do you know about the lady?
It's going to be more of the same with these blind men. You sure you want to know?
Yeah, I guess I need to know.
Okay. Well, he's going to go through and he's going to explain the whole case that happened with the lady.
Right. What do we know about the lady? Let's see. There was the tiger in the sewers eating people. You never met the lady herself, right?
That lady. I was
Mhm.
thinking of the lady in the water.
No, wrong lady. The lady
Wrong
was the
lady.
leader of that group. The
I will tell
Girl
them
First
that much
Adventure.
that we knew because I didn't meet her, but Van Zorn found out information about her, and then they disappeared. So they can tie that burned down building to that,
Mm-hmm.
and then the body of Bran was found there with the tiger and all that.
Mm. Okay. So you give him all that information, all the information you can. Oh, I was gonna say you give him access to the case files, but they're gone.
Yep, he can recite them as best he can.
Right. Okay. And then what you make for some tropical island somewhere or something,
Um,
or something else. You get on a ship going somewhere other than England, I presume. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking like a hot air balloon. Can't get stabbed in a hot air balloon.
The details aren't too important. Spencer, you were staying in London. Give me a luck roll, Spencer.
Oh boy. Let's see here. I've got what, 18, I think?
More than me.
Yeah, 18. All right. I rolled 10, believe it or not.
You manage to never get attacked by another blind man wielding a triangular dagger again. Well, or at
Excellent.
least, for long enough that you're pretty sure it all blew over. Or maybe they gotta know who you were. They have to know who you were. There's no way that they didn't know who you
How
were.
could they not? They already tried to kill me once. Clearly, they thought me a
Right.
threat.
So after several weeks pass, maybe months, you start
and
to
I've
feel.
finished the book.
Yeah, I imagine it's a hell of a book.
Let's give it a roll to see how good.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got a 75. I'm taking my time. Do I get an advantage die? Because it's going to have a lot of true facts.
I'll give you a bonus die, yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right.
Especially given all the experience that you've had that you're going to be putting into it.
Let's see here. So my base roll is a 33. What does my other die get me? A 13 out of 75.
That's an extreme success.
Which is, that's 2 points into an extreme success.
So what exactly is the book about? Tell me.
All right, so it's going to be, this one is going to be his first fiction work. About a carnival of blood and dead men coming for vengeance.
Damn, it sounds
make it like a detective series with like
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds like a scenario I would write. Yeah, and it's a bestseller.
Excellent.
It's your best-selling work to date.
Heck yeah. And then I proceed upon a career of writing books like that. I've gone from with occasional non-fiction books about the latest in the occult, but that's going to be like his main series.
Excellent. Well done. Well, I guess that will conclude the scenario.
Call it Torchlight.
Nice. That will conclude the scenario, and that will conclude the campaign as it is as well.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Oh, rewards? Are there any character rewards? Just in case we ever decide to pick these characters up again for any purpose. Hold on a second. There's got to be some rewards. Is there no rewards in this? I'd be shocked.
Life.
Never seen a scenario. Oh, rewards and penalties. Here it is. I just was on the wrong page. Investigators who've kept on the right side of the law and propriety neither lose nor add credit rating. Those who preserved law and propriety while managing to foil the cabal. That didn't happen. Those who were arrested or detained by police, that didn't happen. Those who were tried for criminal offenses, didn't happen. Anyone convicted, that didn't happen. Investigators who survived personal attack by any blind men. Okay. So there's that. Those who witnessed destruction, that did not happen. So just you get 1d3 sand. You get 1d3 sand back, and that's it.
But I haven't lost any.
Well, you still get a d3 back. You have a maximum of probably 99, I'm guessing.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 99. Okay.
So you still go up by 3. You never lost any sanity?
Nope. I haven't been in long enough to lose any.
Yeah, I did a terrible job. I oftentimes forget to make people roll sanity rolls too, but that's okay. I probably should have had you make sanity roll when you were attacked by the blind man with the dagger and all. But
well, I gained 3.
Cool.
I gained 2.
There you go.
So I survived. No, they didn't come after me. I guess they didn't really know who I was.
They didn't know who you were. You weren't around long enough. You weren't for I don't mean to be insulting, but you weren't important enough.
Of course not. No.
Spencer. The only reason they knew Spencer, he's famous. He's he's easily identifiable. He's and
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunate, sad for James, taken down by a zombie loyal style, but is just the way the cookie crumbled.
Well, that was
Now-
very brave of him, actually.
It
was
was.
good.
Was.
Now that
Stalwart way to go out.
He was trying to save
Yeah.
his friend Reuben, and
He
he
got,
did.
He got stabbed in the back. That's
In fairness, he didn't die in vain. He saved Reuben.
isn't that all our goals to save Ruben?
no, that's Ruben's goal for all of us.
All right, I'm
Now-
gonna end the recording here.